Hello?
Hey, Boki. Show starts in 3 minutes, buddy. I'm
Oh,
trying to
I'm
get a drink of
sorry.
water.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering, like, there's no sound. Like, did Dr. Kenny just leave his phone on mute? Anyway, all right, fine. I'll give you some
Yeah,
time.
no, it's I have the start time there on the strip
Right, right.
on the
Okay, so
banner
I'm
there.
just
So
gonna,
yeah, so just
yeah,
hang
I'm
out.
just
I'll
gonna,
be there in just a second.
all right, I'm just gonna bounce out, and then I'll let you do your opening statement. So I'll let you prepare.
Sure.
All right. I just thought you had it
All right.
muted. All right. God bless you,
Yeah.
Dr.
Thanks,
Kenny.
man. Thanks, bro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are doing good tonight. I had a wonderful night of sleep and a wonderful day of double exercise. And I do most of my contemplating and most of my thinking while I'm walking, listening to music. And there was just a few things that I'd like to hear, or I'd like to see what's funny. The way my brain works is I glanced down, I saw the word here, and immediately I added it into my vocabulary. So just the kind of brain I have, it's not always the easiest to deal with. But let me make sure our link is posted here. Oh, still trying to figure out how to do this iPhone streaming thing. So anyway, I have been just kind of thinking about talking about real issues. The drama's good, of course, and it's fun. And these guys out there, they really are evil. But sometimes you go after evil in different ways, and one of those ways to go after evil is simply to make those that are perpetrating evil look so stupid and so ignorant that nobody will take them seriously. Because I actually heard that there was a guy named Happy Chappy or Campy or something like that, Brett Keane, Thick Shades, and that circle there, we're partially responsible for this guy's life ending prematurely. That's just what on good evidence I have. Of course, there's no way to prove these things legally, but this is the kind of people that we're dealing with. We're dealing with evil people that have been bullying people for years. And isn't it interesting that the first pastor ever to come out and speak and challenge these guys, now my name's being thrown through the mud. And I'm sorry that Reasons to Believe believed Brett for a moment, but now they know who he is. So things are about ready to backfire on you there, Mr. Brett King, Bird Brain. You have no idea what you've unleashed on yourself through simply just, I am asking the Lord to leave you unto the demons that you have been playing with and toying with for these years. You know the truth, but you hate it. You've been given every answer in the book from me personally on your supposed intellectual struggles with Christianity. You have no excuse. I've answered your question about monotheism. You just want an excuse as to not embrace the true and living God and his son, Jesus Christ. So, Mr. Bean Brain Butt Sucking King, your days are numbered once again. People have gotten you canceled. That's not what I'm going to do. I have no desire for you guys to leave the YouTube world. This is my desire. I want your spiritual nakedness displayed before everybody. I want your intellectual shortcomings to be displayed before everybody. And most of all, I want your evil intentions to be displayed before everybody. That's what I desire to happen out of all of this. And right now, there's a few of us that have black eyes and a few of us that look like, oh, things are happening and looks like bad guys are winning and things like that. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I said the line was drawn in the sand a couple weeks ago, and I really felt that's what the Lord had placed on my heart, and it seems to really be that. It seems to be a situation here where those that are on the Lord's side are truly being revealed. Now, like I said before, there are some dear Christians that are struggling and maybe a little confused, maybe be a little, I don't know, hurt in the whole situation. And I'm really sorry about that. That hurts me, and I hope to actually help get some of these people back and listening to the right people. I mean, my goodness, Shayla was in there listening to Brett Keen's stream, and if that is not the enemy bringing utter conclusion or confusion to a wonderful person, I don't know what is. Brett Keen is scum of the earth, and Thick Shades is scum of the earth. And praise I am. Now, he's not the kind of scum that those guys are, but he is very scummy because there's something in him that enjoys the drama. It's probably the dopamine rush. He probably can't get along with people and he needs to fight because, getting out these little memes. I mean, he had no reason to attack Gavin. Gavin did nothing. And here he goes at Gavin. It's so sad. It really is sad. Somebody, Olive, if you love your brother, get him some help. Good grief. This stuff is nuts. I thought I was going to come into this world and do some good and really help some people. But you know what? There is so much evil intent. And I think why it happens to people like Smokey and myself is because we, as flawed as we might actually be honest. Yeah, we might actually be honest. And God can use honest people. God can't use dishonest people. Well, I mean, he can in the ultimate sense. But when it comes to dishonest people in that sense, that's not what the Lord's looking for. He looks for honest, broken people. People that know who they are, where they stand in life. There's no pretense. There's no guile. There's nothing but what you see is what you get. And I like people like that. The people that you're seeing perpetrate these things, I had to send a few videos to some friends to show the real character of Brett King. And now everybody realizes, oh, wow, this guy is an absolute turd. And more information's coming out so that everybody knows that Christians, we don't bow just because somebody catches us in a particular situation and context, and then they take that out of context, take those recordings and clip them, and then send them to Reasons to Believe that they think is a church, but totally taken out of context. See, the context was this. There was some poking at some individuals of which I was pastoring over that was causing real concern on my part as a pastor that lives were in danger. That's the context. Now, in the context, people might think, well, Kenny probably didn't even say enough. See, now Ryan the Presbyterian is actually one of the guys, and that's the one I threatened to go up there and whip his ass. You see, that he's one of the guys who's admittedly doctored documents, changed things around, photoshopped in order to frame Smokey Saint, in order to take him down because Ryan was mad. And Smokey called Thick Shades out, showed him as a Satanist. And what does he do? He shows himself to actually be a Satanist. But actually now, come to find out, he's a devil worshiper. And there is a difference. Devil worshippers are those that deal with incantations and curses and things of that nature. And Thicky being from, the Orient there, that is an everyday thing by people over there. I have students, have one good friend student that I mentor. He's Hmong Chinese. Demons are a part of everyday life over there. So don't think for a moment that Thick Shades is not an actual demon worshiper. You see, he showed me a few things on the video that I actually have posted on my channel here. Now, he talked about how beautiful homosexual sex is and relationship. And he said that it could only be sin if used in witchcraft. Now, there is no context in which that would mean anything to anybody, unless you're in the Appalachian Mountains or in the Orient. Those are the two places that witchcraft is alive and well today. In the Appalachian Mountains, which cover all the way from part of New York down past the Carolinas, I believe. Witchcraft is still used today. It's used to get ahead. It's used to make yourself prosperous. That is what is the ultimate context of this. Smokey's made some bad people mad. I've made some bad people mad. And these bad people are devil worshippers. That's basically the where it started. It starts with Thick Shades. And Thick Shades somehow manipulated Ryan. Don't know how. But some way, somehow, all of these guys are intimately tied together with the lawyer, Rob Reed, who can get into any cases and mix and match information and mix and match photos. And you can do all kinds of stuff, people. It's amazing how much people fall for. It's not that hard to counterfeit things. And especially if you're a lawyer. See, my wife has all of those documents and they're not filled in. So actually, I even know where the hard drive is. She doesn't even work for the lawyer anymore. But I have all the legal documents, all the empty documents. So it's the access to them. And it's easy to flip that stuff around. They're empty. What do they even call them? They're empty fields. You put information in them. Lawyers don't even write their own briefs anymore. They copy and paste crap constantly. Even scientists do that. As a matter of fact, they did a study, and about 45% of all academic journals in the area of science, 45% of them, they match up as in like plagiarism level kind of stuff. Because people say things, they copy paste, they have editors, they have chunks of what the facts are, and they put it that way. And I forgot totally why I even went down this road. Anyway, we're dealing with a lot of stuff, and a lot of people just really don't know what is up with a lot of stuff that's going on. There we go. I've met a lot of witches. They are on the rise. Yes, they're on the rise, but also they've been around for a long time, and they've been in the Appalachian Mountains. So, yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Why, look at that. 14 people are watching, and Smokey's not even here. Watch, I bet you if I put out a summons, Smokey will show up, and the viewership will go up to 30. I bet you anything. Throw Will Kincaid in the mix, and you got yourself a party. Because I am the Grand Master, the Grand Master of ceremonies. You might call me a guru of types. So who do we have here? Andrew, how you doing, man?
Yeah, just me. Saw you were on, thought I'd come in and see what you're talking about. So,
well, what do you think? Were you paying attention?
I was certainly trying to. Whether or not it went over my head or under my head or around my head, some of it's got to sink in, I suppose, at some point. But I do think this activity does have to stop. I think that sums it up for me.
Yeah. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. But I can guarantee that those that have started it are going to go down before it stops. There's no way I'm going to let Brett King survive this, as far as not totally embarrassing him and humiliating him intellectually. Well, that is what I'm going to do.
I have to say, I couldn't believe it when I saw him in that stream.
Which stream is that?
He was in Praise's stream a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it. But anyway, that's a different road.
Yeah. Hey, Gavin, how you doing, man? Are you there, Gavin? I hear him, but I can't hear anything intelligible.
No, I hear footsteps.
Yeah.
Well, he's muted himself.
I muted him. So.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. So, what are some of your thoughts, Gavin? You there?
Yes, sir. Shalom, Dr. Kenny.
How you doing, my
friend? G'day. Good. Thank you. G'day, neighbour Andrew.
Hey, neighbour Gavin.
So, how you doing, man? Any thoughts for tonight? Did you listen into any of the things I had to say? I know I ramble a lot, so there's really anything you could bring up.
Well,
I don't have topics.
Yeah, but see, Dr. Kenny, for a rambler, you're very easy to follow. If that makes sense.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, maybe it's because, Lord, I was born a rambling man.
Oh, yeah. Or are you a midnight
trying to make
rambler?
a living and doing the best I can.
Are you a midnight rambler? You know, the one they're always talking about? Yep.
I'm a vagabond. I'm a rambler.
You do a Led Zeppelin, you ramble on?
Yep. I'm a boxcar and a jug of wine.
Oh, we could do this all night if I thought of
Yeah,
if I
for
could
sure.
think about it.
Yeah, if I plan anything out, then like topically, let's say I wanted to stay on a particular topic tonight. If I planned that out and then it got off track, which it will get off track, then I would beat myself up, say, man, why can't I even do a stupid show on one topic?
Yeah,
So
well,
I
that's me
stopped
too.
even worrying about things. It's like my channel's not going to be clean and pristine. It's going to have crazy, songs here and me playing with dogs over here, and it's just going to be an eclectic channel. Sometimes it'll be serious. There'll be something there for everybody. There'll be music. I'm going to start playing more drums and stuff, playing more guitar. So it's just the way my
So-
brain works, and it's just the way things will, be.
So
Here's
we call you
Mr. Bokeh.
So we call you Ted Kirkpatrick, do we?
I don't quite know what that refers to. You have to fill me
Ted
in.
Kirkpatrick is the drummer from a little band otherwise known as Tourniquet Christian Metal. He plays
Oh, okay, okay.
basically.
Yeah, I've heard the name, but it didn't
Check
click
them
for
out.
me.
They are brilliant.
Yeah, sure will. I was thinking
¿Cómo
more
está?
like. Oh, hey, Bokeh.
¿Cómo
What's
está,
up?
Bucky? ¿Cómo está?
Kamusta? Maayong unto diha gikan kanimo sa Pilipinas.
Hey, Bogey.
Magandang hapon galing sa New Zealand.
Magandang hapon
Did you just
dihapon.
tell him that he looked like a female Filipino?
I just told
No,
him
no.
I told him good noon and he told me good afternoon.
Oh, because I heard a Filipina in there or something like that.
I said Pilipinas. That's how we say the Philippines in our language.
Okay, Pilipinas.
Yes.
Oh, that's why you can't say Philippines, but Philippines, like a lot of people.
I mean,
Hey,
we
Bruce,
use the Philippines too.
you're not invited to come in, Bruce, because you're very dishonest. So, but you are welcome in the side chat to say whatever you want. Sorry, Bokeh.
That's all right.
Dr. Kenny, Bucky and I were just commenting on how guapo puggy you are.
What does that mean?
Devilishly handsome and never aging.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Filipinas. Yep, I think that's what it is. Is that good evening? See the screen there? And stupid ho or an ergo is here. That's Bokeh's love interest. She saw a picture, or he saw a picture of her, and it knocked him off his feet. That he fell out of the room. See that?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Some women will do that.
Let's see here. Bruce, I would say, Bruce, when you actually say you try to talk to me, I know that the motions of actually making words coming out of your mouth that sounded coherent and sounded like the English language, I know that that's what you mean. But let me tell you what I heard. I heard someone come in and ask very dishonest questions with not good intent. See, because you wouldn't even be here doing the things you do if you actually cared about anybody. See, but you're into drama. You're just a drama queen. I think they do have some medicine for that. It's called Dramamine. So anyway, you should probably take some of that, get some rest, go to sleep, and try to wake up as a man. Stay away from the drama. You guys aren't as clever as you think you are. And now you've kind of made somebody mad that is at least smarter than you, Bruce. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I am smarter than you, Bruce. And I know that you are dishonest. And so I can probe every question you ask, or I can discern the intent of your heart, not necessarily what is said, but what is behind what is said. I know you won't understand that in the slightest. It was let's see here, Wittgenstein at the end of Tractatus that said that which undergirds or stands behind what we say, it can't be said. And it just means that which grounds something you can't step outside of that and objectively see that. So I'm just wanting to point out that you're just oh goodness, Bruce, you're very dishonest, man. You're very, very dishonest. And I don't know how else to say it, Bruce. You're just a dishonest man. Now, I will give you one more chance, but not tonight, because I really don't want to talk to people like you tonight. I've had a great day not thinking about you guys, but I've been thinking about the YouTube's world, and I'm in it. I'm here, and I'm going to be king of the castle. I'm going to be king of the hill, and I'm just not going to take any crap. See, Christians have been bullied for far too long. We have been passive. We have thought that by our pseudo hippie Jesus picture that we have in our minds, that somehow this is what a masculine man should be, and this is what a Christian should be. Let me remind you people, Jesus walked into a temple and threw tables over. That was pretty violent. Do you think he just sat there and talked to the people nicely too, saying, I love you. You've turned my father's house into a den of thieves. Please step back while I flip this table because I don't want to hurt your toe. Bruce, is that the kind of Jesus that you think exists? Or do you think a Jesus that sees total dishonesty and unrighteousness, people that think they're doing holy because they're ripping people off in the church? See, they're thinking that they're ripping people off is justified because it's in a church and it's clothed in spiritual language or it's wrapped around a temple. Let me tell you, Bruce, I'm not going to fall for any of you guys' disgusting antics. You guys are dishonest, and there's a new sheriff in town, and you guys can try to do whatever you want, call whomever you want, try to cause as much trouble as you want. Ultimately, it might cause me some harm, but that's actually going to cause some sanctification in me, and I'm all for being conformed to the image of Christ. So you guys keep on going, but I want you to know, ultimately, you guys are going to be destroyed, and the process has begun. They just don't know it yet.
Dr. Kenny, can I leverage off that, if you don't mind?
Brother. Absolutely. Yeah, and you see, when Jesus referred to that woman, pardon me, the issue was that it was her, excuse me. I hate when I talk and I try to take a drink at the same time. One of those things. But it was her response to Jesus. You know, she didn't take offense that, you know, this dog and then getting scraps from the table motif was being used. She didn't take offense, but it was her humility and the response. See, I'm waiting for some humility to be displayed by these people. And I guarantee you, and everybody who's corrected me on things, all you have to do is point it out. And I'm automatically, yeah, you know, you're right. You know, see, that's what actually clues me in on where the honest people are. And Bruce, you're not honest. Sorry, Gavin, you were going to say something.
Oh, look, I just wondered if you wouldn't mind if I leveraged off what you were just talking about.
Oh, yeah, please do. Yeah, please do.
This is just a topic. Perhaps you might want to talk about it or not. I'm not sure. But you mentioned you felt the Spirit was leading you to set up a type. Your words were a type of online church So I'm just wondering if you wanted to speak to that a bit more.
Yeah, I am. I am still contemplating that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
Actually,
Yeah,
you know what?
and it would just simply be, there's a lot of us, and I have been included in this. Church folk haven't treated me all that great either. And there's a lot of us that just want to find a church with no nonsense, where there's real people, there's no stupid drama that we're seeing right now. If somebody offends you, you don't double down and then start offending back and then, start crying about it. I could say more about that stuff, but I won't. How about just being some real people that just want to be real? And atheists are invited to this church of the YouTubes because we want to show atheists what real Christians act like, and that they don't bite you in the back. And if I ever hear anybody biting anybody in the back, I'm gonna whip their ass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way I think a pastor should be.
Yep.
So,
I mean, have you seen the movie called Eric the Viking?
sounds familiar, but I don't think so.
Well, the modern church is like the sinking of High Brazil. Okay, so this High Brazil is a place where Tim Robbins finds himself. And if you shed a drop of blood on that island, it basically starts to sink. In the movie, of course, he does, and it starts to sink. And basically, everybody on the island is saying, you know what, this isn't happening. This isn't sinking. It's not happening. And they're all drowning at the same time. Even the father, who's the priest, is trying to deny that it's burning. And his daughter tries to pull him out, and he goes under the water and drowns. And she doesn't pull him out of the water. The church is just denying that this isn't happening, and the church is
Interesting.
sinking.
Yeah.
The actor who plays that part is Terry Gilliam, and he can't say his R, so he says them as W's, which makes that scene all the more hilarious.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's instead of saying "Hi Brazil is sinking," it's "Hi Brazil is sinking."
Gotcha. Hey, you know what? Did you? I want to point something out. Not everybody can see this, but the amount of people, once I refused to get involved in the drama, went down by half that are watching. See, that's what I mean. Jesus actually said particular things to the crowd to make them go away. Jesus knew how to pull people in, but once Jesus knew, and that's why he spoke harshly, and he said, "Hey, unless you eat my flesh and drink my blood." And that's actually what I'm doing here. Now, I know people don't get the full picture and they only get half and they don't even care. But I announced a long, long time ago, back in October, that I was going to enter into a character and I was going to start pulling out these dishonest people. And that's what I've been doing. Do I like yelling at people? No. When I yelled at them, was I sincere? Absolutely. Especially when it comes to Ryan the Presbyterian and all that stuff. I tell those guys how to whip their ass again. But some of these other things and antics and, poking in games, I do that for a reason. And that's just to find out who's coming around, who's around me. And this people whining, oh, you tricked me, you gave me breadcrumbs, and I followed them to my own detriment. That's what Praise literally said to Smokey. And that's what Ryan said to Smokey. It's like Smokey said, hey, I put these breadcrumbs out here just to see what kind of people you are. And then he calls them out on it. And then they get mad and show him that they are actually those kind of people. That's what has happened here. It's nuts. Anyway, I don't want to monologue all night.
Oh, I'm just trying to follow the side chat at the moment.
I'm pretty sure that
But that's not a topic.
Miss Ho R is talking about me, that I am a genius. Although she should change. It's not that I was a genius. I am a genius. So she should write, yes, I think you're right. He is a genius, or Kenny is a genius. I'm sorry, it's the teacher coming out in me, but I appreciate the compliment.
Well, they're talking about this thing called what is it, calf cast or whatever it is. I wonder if they're meaning him as a genius.
No, they're talking about me. See, because I
Okay.
used to be a genius that was unstable, and then I became a stable genius, and now I'm just a semi-stable genius.
Occasionally you lose it.
Yes, occasionally I lose it, but now I'm just semi-stable.
Yeah, it took me 20 years to get that far.
Yeah, and you know what? This might be of interest. So, as all of you know, we've been hanging out with Will Kincaid, and Will Kincaid's a very sharp young man. He works in medical stuff, but he told me that he'd bet me $1 to a donut. Well, he didn't say it that way. That's the way my dad would say it. But he would bet that I am on the spectrum as well, that I am autistic as well. So I'm going to
Yeah.
actually go get that tested and see, because that would actually help me just help me navigate more learning who I am. And
I wouldn't be surprised if you were. I'd be surprised if you weren't.
Oh, and why would you say that?
But what I mean is, I think you're on the spectrum, and if you found you weren't, I would be very surprised.
Right, right. And now what is it about me that would make you say that I'm on the spectrum?
You
I
have
mean,
ADHD.
okay. Yeah, my
And
daughter said
that's
it's all neurodivergent and that they both can
that's a
exist.
confirmed thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's still separate from autism and Asperger's. But I don't know, but I believe they're trying to throw that stuff all into the autism spectrum just to make it easier on the medical professionals. I have no idea why. I mean, I'll tell you the history behind it. Okay, so from
Yeah.
1981, when Asperger's was first used, it was then went from, I think 2004 was when the American Diagnostic Journal came out and had it lumped under autism. In the British and the Australian diagnostic journals, you could still have it as a separate one. I think it was about 2006 that they merged those together, and that's when autism and Asperger's became thrown together. But I know of people who live with Asperger's syndrome who hate being labeled autistic.
Gotcha. You know,
Um,
Nikki asked the question here, the RADS R test. No, I've never taken that, but I am the test because I am RADS.
yeah,
You
and
know, Miss Ho R. I think she gave me her real name once upon a time, but
mhm.
what she said something interesting, because like I am a walking contradiction, because I have like empathy overload for people that are like victims, like real victims, you know. But I have like this reverse, like I'm sure that I really could, you know, do things without empathy. I would probably regret it at the end, but at the after, but in that moment, I think that my passion for what is truth and right, and if somebody shows themselves to be wicked, I think in a certain way I could do things and not have empathy, like literally with my bare hands, because it wouldn't be pleasurable with an instrument. No. No, but
And it's
in that sense, I think I do understand that, because it's like
mhm.
if somebody comes off to me to be very evil, oh, um, I think I probably could do things. I probably could, and I would lack empathy in that moment. So that does make sense. It really does.
It's
Thank you, Miss Ho R.
It's not Asperger's, it's asparagus syndrome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's plus that just sounds horrible to have Asperger's. I
Hmm.
mean, it sounds painful.
Well, it's spelled
Oh, it's
Aspergers.
not ASS and then burgers or boogers.
No,
Oh,
no. The guy who actually discovered it was a Nazi and was a troop selector of Nazi troops, I believe. And so that has thrown a whole new thing to say, oh, he's a Nazi. He must be thrown under the bus, and everything to do with him must be not named.
Shep's joining us tonight.
Anyway,
What's going on? God bless.
How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, just, I don't know, throwing my stupidity everywhere. Thought I'd throw some in here.
Well, there's plenty to go around. If you don't start throwing it, I'll throw it.
well, we can all throw stupidity around, I think.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Shep.
So have any of these people decided to tell us what the gospel is?
Oh, the gospel? What is the gospel? I think it's that confused. They don't know themselves.
Hmm.
The
Well, I don't
gospel
expect
is
any.
the
I
earth
don't.
is
I don't expect any
6,000
of the
years old,
atheists
no
to
more, no
know that.
less. Sorry.
No, you're good. Didn't have anything to say. I'm kind of at an impasse in my thoughts right now.
Well, actually, I put some things up on Smokey's Discord. I found the second part, then the first, and then the third. So I put the second up before I put the first up. But in that one, there's another. It's another new-ish apologetic channel called Discovery Science, just to give him a flog. And he basically says there's evidence to say that the world couldn't be more than 6 million years old, but that's still million years old.
Oh, Lord.
But he comes out as a politics channel, and I don't know much beyond the depth of that. But he comes across. He's a Frenchman, so he comes across as a bit of a knowledge person.
Most.
I want to point something out here in response to Miss OR Energy here. She says by the end of the year she's going to make Kenny a progressive gay Christian. Now, that's impossible, and I just want to. I just want to point out, because God has made creatures that look like this and look like this, I will never be gay. Can I get an amen?
Be attracted to a
Can
man.
I get an amen, guys?
Yeah, amen.
Amen.
Guys are not attractive. Holy crap.
No.
Amen.
Haven't you heard about anal sex? It's not biblical.
Oh, don't even use those two words together. Ugh.
Well, not only that, it's medically dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
God's a smart cookie. You know, he put a man's G spot where it's hard to reach, and that's why it's where it's at, because the man's G spot can kill them. God knows this. That's why he put it where it's at.
I have no idea what even to say after that.
Shep, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Must just be your connection. You sure it's not Snapchat?
My connection is so low budget.
No, but do you remember Tonga? They lost the whole internet connection because they had one cable and it snapped in the tsunami.
Yeah, I heard that.
And then, of course, we went over there with our ship, and then it lost power.
Oh wow!
How you doing, Shep?
Yes, sir.
I was just asking how you doing.
Oh, how am I doing? Oh, I'm fine on the outside.
I'm
on the inside.
I'm gonna post something here real quick. Just
I got a lot of thoughts going on that I'm not willing to let out right now. I'm still praying on it.
Yeah, make sure you pray.
I thought I would come in and just shoot the feces with everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, and may I just point out also, You know, I do understand that, you know, well, let's just say, okay, Nikki and Miss Hora, those two are beautiful women, absolutely. But I do understand. Well, let me say this first. I find all women, all shapes, all sizes beautiful because it's the heart. But after drinking enough, even I start to look handsome. So with enough drinks, everybody's beautiful, you know. So I don't want to like keep the ugly people out of the whole conversation. So anyway, Dave, how you doing?
I'm one of the ugly people. Look at it.
No, I've seen Smokey face to face. He's ugly. No, I'm kidding.
I'm Cassius
You know
Clay.
who's a handsome man? Is Will Kincaid.
I'm Cassius
Oh,
Clay.
here we go. Here's Cerberus.
Dave's too hard on himself.
Oh gosh, what is wrong with this guy? How many times do I have to say this, Cerberus? None of your business where I've been, where I was, or where I'm going, because you guys are
these
creepy.
guys are all snooping around again. Yeah.
Yeah, turn up and turn on your camera, you stupid idiot.
No, they're like roly-polies. They're everywhere.
I just had a good study, and just a few people were in, not many. And I did Luke and Axe, and I was digging around, and then I started playing Bach and stuff, and I had to get that. I had to kill it because I know they're coming for me. You know, if you played around music,
I still can't find your channel, Dave. Is it there?
Oh, it's just the name of my. I'll just make a comment in the chat room.
Oh, I can't get into it because I'm in here.
There.
You know what I just noticed, guys? This is interesting. I want you to look at this picture that's up on the screen here. That is clearly photoshopped. That is clearly photoshopped. That's all I'm going to say. There's a beard added and there's glasses added, and this guy is showing it as if it is actual fact. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this picture right here.
You don't have it up.
I have it on the screen, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to put the pictures up more than just the banner.
Isn't that the same picture?
Is this Smokey's channel or yours? This is yours.
Photoshop.
This is mine. Yeah.
Went through.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I know that this right here, this has been photoshopped.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Somebody that's a Photoshop expert went through and showed where it was photoshopped and everything.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm just saying that whatever this picture is right here.
Oh, you're talking about this guy's avatar.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were
that
trying
picture
to
right
show.
there.
Gotcha.
Oh no,
I thought you were trying to show something that you couldn't get up on the screen. Gotcha. Yeah, why did they do that? Why did they Photoshop these? What's the point?
I'm not sure.
It didn't make any
sense. What they did here, I'll tell you what they did. They took the picture of Smokey that says you'll believe what you want to believe. They put glasses on him, they darkened the eyebrows, and they put a beard on him. That is the picture. See how sneaky those people are?
Yeah, I don't know what the point was.
Well, I'm just pointing out that Cerberus here wants to know where I was, where I'm going, all that kind of stuff.
What business is it of it theirs? Who gives
exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I wanted to point out that these guys are so easy to fool that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this picture right here is photoshopped. I could show you the original if I knew how technically to do it on my phone and put a picture up on the screen.
They actually were talking about that they did that too. They were admitting it. Yeah, I photoshopped us. And,
they did. See, I just guessed. I just know because I know I'm sharper than the average tack.
You know that day that jerk came over to my channel and started asking me about John. So why do you talk to Josh? I didn't even know what he was talking about at first. Because he says, so why do you talk to Josh? You know, he has no testimony, no testimony, news unit, and this and that, and Smokey this, Smokey that, and Josh this and Josh that. And I said, now wait a minute. And then he says that I was, I forgot what the fuck he said. I got mad at him. I let him have it. And he didn't like it. And then I told him my testimony.
Yeah, he's a real weird dude.
He mocked my testimony. He mocked it. He mocked my testimony. I gave him my testimony for probably a good 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
He mocked it, man. He just mocked it.
He was the one that was, talking to Nikki.
Why would
when she was sharing her testimony of her own victimhood, and he was creepy about it.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
You're always going to get mocked by a Christian that sticks their finger up their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I gave him my testimony after he begged for it.
Isn't that something?
And then it wasn't a testimony.
Isn't that something? That's really sick.
Nikki gave her testimony.
Yeah.
And then he said something snide in the side chat where nobody can see it. It's a private chat over here, only where everybody here can see it.
And him and that devil with the black wings flying around all the time, whatever that guy is, and then that other fucking asshole that does all those video captures. I'll tell you what.
Well,
man.
there's the creepy lawyer Rob Reed.
Oh yeah, he's the lead clown. I swear he is. He's the lead clown in the whole thing. He is.
But just so you know, Dave, I love you.
I love you too, bro.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm
what you
just
say
mad at
about
everything
me.
right now, and I'm getting pissed.
No, you
but I
guys,
don't-
that sounds
I know
really
you
gay.
get angry,
Stop that.
but
That's
I don't
gay.
care.
yeah,
what you say.
but deep down, I'm not gonna fuck with you guys that are, not the troublemakers. Trust me.
If I was Smokey, I wouldn't pick those glasses, and I wouldn't have picked that nose
Dave's
job
smart
either.
enough to know when I'm trying to be a troublemaker, where I come from.
Yeah, but I don't. I'll tell you what. I've grown to absolutely despise these people, and I wouldn't tolerate them in real life either. They're on my shit list forever.
Yeah, and that's why I thought stupid our energy was right about me. That like I'm passionate when these evil people hurt people I love, but I'm
Mhm.
equally as passionate and actually I lack empathy. And I really could if they were in front of me. This is neither true, I can neither confirm nor deny, but hypothetically, if they were in front of me, I would wring their neck, quote unquote.
Yeah, these people are not only enemies of Christ; these are enemies of America too. and the
Humanity,
fact-
enemies of
Yeah,
humanity,
and they're
almost.
enemies of our freedoms and liberties and all this kind of stuff. These are the type of people that'll do. They want to do damage. They want to destroy shit and be destructive. They love destruction, and misery are in their ways. The way of peace have they not known. They promise people liberty, but they themselves are the servants of corruption.
Mm-hmm.
That's what these
Beautiful.
people are. And I don't
Yeah.
care what the hell they think about me and all of that shit. They can take off.
Hey, Dave, I'm going to let this Cerberus in because he keeps on flapping his lips. Why don't you talk to him first, and then I'm going to tell him what I think, and this is going to be the last time I'm going to deal with this guy.
Who is this guy?
Oh, he's a real ding dong.
Is he one of the
go
UK?
ahead.
I'm a super ding dong.
Yeah, he's a real ding dong.
I don't know. I don't even know him.
Go ahead, Cerberus. What say you?
Well, I still should come in and I guess talk about it. So, who here actually thinks me asking him to deny that it's him is actually asking where he is?
That's
whoever
actually
you
a
are,
double
I'm-
negative. That
whoever-
doesn't make
who-
any sense. Did you know
whoever
that
you
double
are-
negatives make
It's
a
not in the
positive?
same clause, you dummy. Learn English.
Whoever
No,
you
you
are,
learn English.
whoever the hell you
I'm
are,
sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
whoever the hell you are next to me here with this black fucking circle, what the hell is it of you? All this shit. What's it your business to begin with? Can you give me a good answer?
Oh, because I'm actually trying to figure out what I should do.
What should you do is shut the fuck up and get out of here.
Well, if it's actually
Put him out.
Smokey, I will report him if he talks to children.
Report whoever the fuck you want. What of it?
That is what I'm doing. I'm not
Do
sure
it.
what you're worried about.
Knock him out, Ken. He's not even worth it.
Bye,
Fuck
cowards.
him. You're an asshole.
Whatever.
No, okay, Cerberus. Now it's my turn. Okay.
Go ahead.
Now it's my turn.
Go get him. Yeah.
Okay, so
Get ready.
ask me that incoherent question again.
The incoherent. Have you denied that it's you and Smokey in the courthouse yet?
Have I denied that it's me and Smokey in the courthouse yet? That's
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
When did you stop beating your wife?
When did I stop beating my wife? I never started beating my
Yeah.
wife.
Prove it.
I'm not asking him to prove it. I'm asking him to deny that it's
you
him.
are.
Why should I deny that it's me? Why should I affirm that it's me?
Because it looks exactly like you and Smokey
So
in
what?
the courthourthouse. It
So
would be
what?
analogous if you actually had a video of me beating my wife. That would be the analogy.
No, that's not the analogy because
Oh, it
one,
totally
you're
is.
assuming you're assuming that picture's me.
No, I am not.
Number one, you're assuming that it's
I'm
an
assuming it
authentic
looks
picture.
like you.
Did you take the picture?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay, then you don't know if it's been photoshopped. You don't know if it's been doctored or anything. And I just pointed
Oh
out.
no,
a few
I
seconds
read it
ago-
through a detector.
and
It
I
wasn't
actually
photoshopped.
and I actually looked at the picture you have here, and this is photoshopped.
This is photoshopped, yeah, but no one denies that it's photoshopped. This
Okay, but
picture was
just
deliberately
because- okay,
made
so-
to
okay,
compare
so-
the Smokey
okay.
picture to see what he would look like.
Okay, so what you're telling me, Say that one more time, so I make sure I
This
understand
picture
what
that
you're saying.
that I was using in the YouTube was
Okay,
specifically
so the
made
Photoshop.
to
Okay.
see what Smokey would look like on that stream if he had a beard.
Okay, so that just doesn't make any sense to me. So you're telling me
Doesn't
that
have to. It makes sense
just
though.
because you admit that this one's photoshopped and you don't admit the other ones are photoshopped, that's the basis why I should
I
believe
checked the other
this
ones.
is
The other
photoshopped
one,
and the other one is.
no, I
So
checked
just
the other
because
one.
you
The
said
other
it's
one
not-
is not photoshopped.
How do you know?
There are literal programs that use to detect Photoshop.
Did you do it?
They're free. Yeah,
you
they're
do it?
online. All you gotta do
And
is
you went
upload
through
the
and you
photo.
went through everything and you analyzed that very grainy photo that I could barely even see.
You haven't seen the full photo then. There's a
No, I've only
non-grainy
seen-
photo
No,
of someone that looks exactly like you, someone that looks exactly like Smokey, someone that looks exactly like a lawyer, standing in a room underneath a door that says courthouse.
All I have seen is a very grainy picture of someone that you said looks like me with a wood background close up.
Yeah, the one that zooms right in on your face. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's all
Supposedly
I've seen.
your face.
And I care not to even entertain you goofballs. So
don't entertain that one. I'm asking you to deny it. Tell me it's not you.
Why should I answer such a ding-dong question?
Because I might actually be trying to figure out if it is you or not.
How about it's your business?
Oh, it's definitely my business.
I was. No, it's not your business.
Yeah, no, pedophiles are society's business. Sorry.
It's not your business. And I have had this explained to me. I haven't looked into it, but as I understand it, that supposedly this Josh person and the actual crime is something to do with liberties with minors, and it is about basically like talking about sex with a minor.
It includes that, but not limited to that. Yeah.
No, it has nothing to do with
I actually read the whole
law. It has nothing to do with a sexual contact.
Oh no, it can be sexual contact. It's literally anything that isn't rape.
I don't know. I don't know much
much
about anything. I'm only speaking about what I know.
This includes all the gross things you do up until sex, like groping and fingering and all that sort of weird shit.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
It is true. I'm sorry, even if you don't know it.
No, that's not true. I do know that.
You don't have to believe it. It just is.
That's not true. There are 4
Say
levels
it all you
of
want.
pedophilia.
It's not going to change
4 levels
anything.
of it on the law books. There's 4 levels in the law books. There's 4 levels in the law books.
Yeah, bunch of pedophilia.
That one does not include what you just explained. So you're lying.
Yeah, it does. It does.
No, it doesn't.
It's called foreplay, you silly idiot.
Yeah, foreplay would be included. Yeah.
Lack of cerebrus cortex. How you doing
Which
tonight?
is a great Boston
not
tune,
too bad.
by the way.
It just sounds like you got a fucking short circuit in there continuously.
Oh no, someone mad. All you got is insults. I can't even get people to deny it's them in the picture.
Well, let me ask you a question. So what is your end result? What do you want from this?
I'm trying to figure out what is the moral thing for me to do. That's my goal. I want to be moral.
Huh?
Yeah.
And what do you think it might be?
The moral thing for you to do is mind your own business.
It could be. It could be to mind my own business, which is protecting children from pedophiles.
Do you live in California?
In my business.
Do you live in California?
It doesn't matter where they are. I'll do it anywhere.
Do you live in California?
It could be in the Middle East. I still do it.
Do you live in California?
No, I do not.
Okay, then stay out
And
of
it's
our
also
business.
completely irrelevant.
You let the local authorities deal with it. You stay
That's
out of the
exactly
business.
who's going to deal with it when I call them, if it happens.
Well, why is it your business?
Because it's society's business with pedophiles.
Okay, then go ahead.
Is there another crime that's been committed? Where's
I know these guys are ding dongs, man.
I hope not. Not that I know of.
Well, what are you going to call about? Who are you going to
Well,
call?
it would be a potential new crime. Yeah.
Well, where's the
what would be a
crime?
potential new crime?
What do you mean? It's a potential crime. It's not there is a crime
who's the
yet.
Subject? Who's the subject?
Well, the subject would be Joshua.
Who's the injured party?
Lock you up before you do it.
If it hasn't happened yet, there isn't an injured party. Are you not listening?
So you're going to call on an event that didn't happen yet?
No, I'm going to call it an event when it happens. Hence potentiality.
Hey, you better call Tom Cruise.
Potentiality. You know, you got to just knife this guy out of here.
Yeah,
Will.
I talk logic and reason.
No,
I'm not
going to
get rid of
these
me.
guys even
No, I'm not going to kick this guy at all because this guy is dumb as a rock. And
I'm super dumb.
I want everybody to see it.
Let's keep me in here and let's see you guys dance around a little bit more.
Oh no, I'm keeping you in here because this is
exactly. Please.
That's what they want.
I wish I could see my whole picture. Your lack of logic is disturbing.
Yeah, my total lack. Yeah,
But
Bill,
Hey,
how about this?
So, wait a minute.
Show me where I failed in logic here.
Whoa. This guy knows me? You know me? You know me,
Do I?
Cerberus?
I don't think
Do
so.
you know me? Do you know me?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do you have a different name somewhere?
How do you know how far my intelligence goes?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Okay, so
I haven't called you stupid.
You said and make an assumption and an ass out of yourself.
I haven't called you stupid yet.
Assumption.
But getting some evidence here. It's building.
For what court?
For what court? My court, to determine whether you're stupid or not.
Okay.
The court of public
Can I
opinion.
see your court license?
No, it's the court of my mind to determine reality.
Can I see your court license?
Wow.
No, I can't show you my mind. No.
Okay.
Hey, Cerberus, could you tell me what the law of non-contradiction is?
As all in gold would say, this guy needs to take a deserved.
A cannot
time
equal not A.
out.
There, that's the simple version.
A cannot equal A.
Not A.
Hey guys, I just came back
At
in
the
from
same
a
time
steak lunch.
and at the same place.
Yeah,
Forgot
a thing
very important
cannot be
aspect.
itself and not itself.
No, that's the law of identity.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the law of identity is A equals A.
I'll come back when these motherfuckers are out of here. For now, I don't want to listen to this guy.
Bye.
Bye.
Again, I swear, cowards. Is anyone going to actually deny that it's him and Smokey in the room? Does anyone have any information, or are you guys just dancing around and complaining?
Well, I'll tell you, it's not me.
I hope not. I haven't seen a picture of you.
As far as I know,
You're
Smokey has
looking at
never
a
been in
picture
a
of me, you
courtroom.
silly
He has
idiot.
never been
Oh,
in
sorry,
a
I
courthouse.
thought you were Shep. Unless Shep is, Vulcan.
He's never been in a courthouse.
I've
We
been in a
talked about it.
I've
He's
been
never
in
been
a
in a courthouse.
once.
Who's never been in a courthouse?
Oh, Smokey told me that he has never been in a courthouse. Never. He hasn't even been to any courthouse since his last trip. Since his trip.
That's correct.
Never.
Really?
So
he's never went to the courthouse to get a license or dealt with property or anything?
I don't know how that is, but he's never been in a courthouse. Now, knowing that he's never been in a courthouse, how could you assume that that's him in a courthouse?
Do you mean courtroom, maybe?
Courthouse, courtroom.
Lots of things go on in a courthouse.
Yeah, but still, he's never been to that, within that spectrum. So you tell me, why are you making a claim that that's actually him?
Because it looks exactly like him.
Well, indirect evidence.
Next to a person, there's more. Next to a person that looks exactly like Kenny.
Looks exactly like him.
During
the
exact time, Kenny and him went across the country.
Okay, is that really Kenny? Because looks like
it looks exactly like him. But I asked Kenny to say it's not him. I can't even get him to say it's not him.
If you think that looks like him, why do you feel the need that he still disclose it? If you know who that is.
No, I'm not asking him to disclose it. I'm asking him to deny that it's him. I'm not asking him to tell me it's him.
Okay, then you know that only looks like Kenny, but that's not him, right? So you should know that
it just looks exactly like him.
It looks like him, but that's not him. Yeah. So you're right.
Well, can he say that it's not him? Kenny, is it not you? This guy can say it's not you. Why can't you? It's because
I don't entertain the
you don't entertain. Got it.
No, first of all, Cerberus, he made it clear.
I'm a free person in a free country.
Yeah, you're
and
free.
on that basis, I tell you to mind your own damn business.
This is my business. Yeah.
No, it's not.
No,
it's none of your damn business.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you think it is or not.
No, it's none of your business.
You are not the arbiter of what is my business.
I can assure you. No, I am the arbiter. That anything.
Oh, really? My business is now your business?
No, yes.
Because you invited yourself into this mess.
No, I did not. This mess was dropped
keep your
into my
mind
lap.
away from my phantasm. Don't let my phantasm live in your mind, okay? Yes,
your
that
ghost?
would be a visual picture. No, that's a visual picture imprinted on the essence of our mind.
The essence.
I don't want to have to explain it to you, okay? So,
please don't. It sounds like nonsense.
Are you a Christian?
No, definitely
not. Praise. Listen, I don't have beef with you. I don't love you, but I'm not thick. Well, if anything, I am thick on weight, but I'm not thick. All right, it's none of my damn business. So why should I make absolute conclusive claims about it? All right,
Wait,
I'm not the one
You
who's
just
making.
said it's not him.
It's
That
not.
was a pretty conclusive claim, wasn't it? It's not him.
And the basis that Kenny doesn't know where he was at that time. Now, you may have found someone that looks like him, but that's not him.
Kenny, were you not in a courthouse on your road trip? In a photograph. I'm not asking for a time.
I want you to ask that question again. Was I not in a?
Yeah, courthouse on your
You
road
don't
trip.
you don't see the grammatical structure of that sentence and what
No,
makes
it's not
it
really
a
an issue.
weird
You know exactly what I'm saying.
it's a weird no, it's a weird question. Is that not?
That's fine. You can think it's a weird question.
It's a
No.
question that leads the witness, which would
Yeah,
be thrown
I'm
out
literally asking
automatically
him.
and not asked
Yeah.
or be rephrased.
No, I'm leading him to tell me it's not him.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
and
The
I'm-
witness, you
Because
can't
I
do that.
really wish it's not him.
And I'm
In any
leading it, and
courtroom in
I'm
any
leading
country,
it.
you cannot lead the witness.
All right,
This is a
Cerberus, are
courtroom.
you the police? Are you the police, Cerberus?
I do have a rank. No, not a police.
Okay, you're not the police. Okay, why must Dr. Kenny be obligated to tell you any of this?
Wait. Who said obligated? I'm literally begging him to tell me it's not him.
And I'm
still falls
begging
under
you to
expression.
mind your damn business. I'm begging you to mind your
He already
business.
told you to mind your own business. So
Yeah, and
why
I
still
consider
keep
this
asking
my
the same thing?
business. So I'm sorry, it's my
Well,
business.
if you're really into this
But you
pedophile
can't do
shit, why
that.
don't you
You
go
can't
after
assert
all
it's your
other
business when I
pedophiles?
tell you to know your business.
Oh, I'll deal with any I find.
You want
That's
me
committed a crime
to?
anyway.
Oh, good grief! See, I
Oh,
love
good
it that
grief.
these to keep you in here because it shows you're so stupid. Number one, you're not a Christian, which means you're prone
no.
to the darkness and the misinformation going out there. So, and the way you're probing shows me you're very kind of evil.
Probing.
And you giggle. Yeah,
What
you're
am I probing other than trying to get you to say it's not you?
You're probing because you think it's your business.
On just that though. Is that it?
And
No,
it
it's
also
none of your
has a
business.
relative effect.
Nobody in their
You know-
right mind here in America would
You know what's
ever
puzzling to me?
submit to
They
this
want to
kind of
focus
crap.
on one person over pedophilia, but
It's
they're
the one.
so
It's the one
adamant
presented to me.
about. They're so adamant about pedophilia. Then why don't they go to Hollywood? How about all these child rings that's coming out of Hollywood? Why don't you go
What
do
you want me
something
to be
about
the
that?
pedophile punisher? Is that what you're asking me to do? Is
Well,
that the
you
standard?
said
getting
that
into this
you're
crusade is a
going to do
start,
something
Cerberus.
about it, right?
What protecting people from one person? You think that's a crusade?
Well, you're basically here playing vigilantes, so yeah, I
Yeah,
call that a
basically a
crusade because
vigilante.
first of all, that
Calling the
exaggeration.
authorities when a crime is committed is not vigilanteism.
I did not say that. I didn't make that claim. But
That's
you're
what I'm
coming over
trying to
here.
do, though.
Yeah, you're poking at something that's none of your business.
Oh, it's totally
What crime? What
think
crime,
there's a
Cerberus?
movie called
not yet.
Minority
Except for
Report.
I guess
What crime?
one.
What crime,
What do you
Cerberus
mean, not
Pox?
yet?
What crime?
So the
Many
crime that
crimes
was
that they haven't
committed
done.
was basically indecency with a minor.
When? When
When?
was this crime committed?
According to the court, it happened in 2004.
Okay,
Gosh.
so define indecency.
That's a long time
no
ago.
longer. It's still a
It's a
crime.
long time ago, right?
That doesn't make the crime not happen.
Okay, define
Um,
indecency.
There's two things here. Tell me if anyone disagrees.
Okay.
Number one, this is none of Cerberus Pox's business.
I
Anyone disagree?
I agree.
No.
Number
I
two.
agree.
Number
Agree.
two. Cerberus's actions have given me a great idea for a bumper sticker. Here it is. There is a huge shortage of tampons in the USA today. This is due to the number of pussies like Cerberus on YouTube.
That's a literal meme. That's a literal meme I made and put on Reddit.
Brilliant. I love it.
I
Yes.
love that you think my meme is brilliant.
Going to a
Thank you.
courthouse is a crime now, huh?
You made,
No,
yet
being
someone
convicted of a
actually
crime
has
is
it on
well,
the
committing a
LED
crime is a
on
crime.
their
Being
car.
convicted.
You're a disgrace, Cerberus. You're a disgrace.
Now he's
Oh no, a
adding
literal
his
disgrace thinks I'm a
intellectual
disgrace.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
god.
Cerberus, I want
You're
to
a
ask you
disgrace
this
to the
real quick.
intelligence
Yeah, hold on,
community,
guys.
is what you are.
You guys
guys,
are so bad.
Hold on, guys. Let
Wait,
me ask
I'm
Cerberus
bad?
a question.
No,
Hold on.
mad. All I want
Oh.
is the
No,
denial.
hold on.
That's all I want.
No,
Then I'll
no.
walk away.
No, Cerberus.
You'll never hear from me again.
Well, you're not going to get it, so
I know I'm
No,
not.
I actually
bizarre.
I actually like the fact that you're here. I really
thank
do,
you.
'cause it really shows the kind of quality of people that are out here getting into everybody's business. It's really
Yes, very
fantastic.
pure.
It really is none of your business.
Very,
It
very
really
pure.
is.
High quality.
It really is none of your business. It really is.
Oh no, I don't care if you
and
think
I
it is.
and I would. Oh, but you do care because you're here listening to me talk.
Yeah, I
so
care
you do
that
care.
because it's
You're
my
in my
business.
show. You're in my show. You're in my domain. You're under talking me. So you certainly.
Yeah,
care.
I'm under talking you definitely.
Yeah, you certainly care.
Yeah.
So if
I
you,
care because it's my business. I don't care that you think it's not.
Oh my God.
It's not your business. It's not your business,
You are
Cerberus
free.
Pox.
You are free to be wrong. You
Dude,
go ahead and be wrong right away.
what is this
I'm
semantics,
free to be free
Cerberus?
from
it's
you.
the same thing.
Yeah, you are. You kick me out right
You're
now.
saying the same
Yeah, I
thing,
could.
Cerberus.
But I
Whether
love
you say
showing everybody.
I'm going. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay.
No, I was just saying I love the fact that Cerberus is showing everybody his ass. Cerberus, what's your real name? What's your legal name?
butt.
Cerberus, what's your legal name?
Oh, I'm not giving you my legal name. I'll give you my real name.
Why? No, give me your legal name.
No thanks.
Why?
Why? Because I don't feel like giving my legal.
You're
you
a
want me to explain it
personality.
to you?
You're a personality on YouTube. You
Am-
come
am
in here
I?
and try to pontificate to me about morality.
Am I a personality on
certainly,
YouTube?
So certainly you must be somebody that's somebody, and maybe you should tell me what your real name is before I listen to anything you say. So I would
No,
like you to
thanks.
turn your camera on, and I'd like you to
I
tell me your
literally
name.
don't have a camera for my PC.
Okay. Well, regardless of that, I'm telling
Oh
you.
no, regardless of that, that seems important.
Why?
But okay.
Okay, then tell me your real name. I won't.
No,
I won't
thanks.
go for the video. Why?
Well, because I don't feel like it. I don't think crazies on the internet need my name.
Okay, well then I don't think crazies like you on the internet need to know whether or not I was one place or another place or this place or that place. How about that?
I don't want to know where you were. I want to know that you wasn't there.
It's the same thing.
No, one only rules out one spot. The other one allows you to be literally
It's
anywhere else on
under
the
that
globe.
spectrum. There's
under
that
the spectrum.
ancillary there. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it shows that he wasn't in that particular location. Yeah,
Which means you still want to know where he was.
Okay,
yeah,
Cerberus,
because the other place is the rest of the earth.
Here. Hold on, Cerberus. I was not on the moon that day.
Great,
There
you're
you
not
go.
on the moon. Is that
No.
were you not
I
on the
wasn't.
moon
No, I
because
wasn't
you
on
were
the
in a
moon.
courthouse?
No, I wasn't on the moon that day. Okay, I wasn't
great.
on the moon.
Yeah,
That's
but
okay,
I know you're not on the moon right now.
No, I'm telling you by negation where I was.
Yeah, not on the moon. Yeah, means you're
Yeah.
somewhere else in the universe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you by
Yeah,
negation.
I
where else-
want to know that you were somewhere else in the universe that wasn't a courtroom.
So where else in the universe do you want to know that I wasn't there?
That courtroom. During the Joshua trial.
Where? Why?
During the Joshua trial, because I want to try to stop pedophiles from talking to children.
Okay. That's great. I'm all behind that.
Oh, you really?
I don't
Because you
know.
seem to be fighting it awfully hard.
No, I just don't. No, you're assuming. Which
No,
makes an
I said
ass out of you.
seem. I said seem.
Oh, okay. I thought you said assume.
Kind of is going in
Yeah.
that direction.
So because I don't want to give crazies my location, because there's a lot of crazies on the internet, I'm choosing to tell the crazy I'm talking to, this Cerberus, who won't even tell me his real name. I'm choosing not to give out any information about where I was, where I'm going, or anything. It's the same thing. It's semantics. Real name, legal name.
No, it's not for me.
Just give me your first and last name and where the city and the state.
Well,
Yes,
I don't live in a city either. Okay. I live in a state. I'll give you my real name and the state I live in. I can do that. Is that what you want?
It's freaking hot out here. This is supposed to be a problem solved already. But,
is it?
We should actually talk about something else rather than Cerberus Hicks, because he's not very interesting.
Oh no, I'm so not interesting. I'm being kept in here.
No, because you begged to come in, and we let.
Really? I was told I should come in. Like someone was trying to call me out for talking shit.
Yeah, because you were posturing. Yeah, because you were morally posturing for a bit, so we had no choice but to let you come in. And
yeah, no. I came in. I was in the back.
You were in the back, sure.
Yeah, because I was told I should come in.
All right.
Hey, Cerberus, could you read the statement there on the screen?
quadruple negatives are not really a thing. Not necessarily everywhere. Yeah. Okay. What? What about it?
Well, that's basically the kind of questions you're asking me.
Quadruple negatives.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You understand? It's only a double negative when it's in the same clause, right?
Well, I
Sounds
just pointed
like
out a double negative. This is just the observation of Tom Tom. Now, if you want him
Yeah,
to come
yeah.
in
Having two negatives,
defend it,
in a sentence isn't automatically a double negative because there's thing called clauses. Did you not know that? I thought you were a doctor. Did you not take composition?
I'm a medical doctor
Anti-clauses.
Oh, okay.
and a psychiatrist.
You probably should have took composition while you were going through undergrad.
No, I'm a
It's
psychiatrist.
a requirement in every college
No.
that's accredited in the United States.
Yeah, I forgot it, but I'm a psychologist, and so I actually think you're really stupid.
Oh no, you think I'm
Yeah,
really
that's my
stupid?
professional. Yeah, that's my professional opinion. Because I'm a
What is
psychiatrist.
intelligence defined as in psychology?
I play a psychologist here on the YouTubes.
Oh, okay, so you're not. You just okay. Got it.
Yeah,
That's
I just
fine.
play one. Yeah, I just play a psychologist like you.
You
Like
know
you're
what?
playing.
Yeah. I just play
somebody
Cerberus.
who. Yeah, you
Dr.
actually
Kenny-
play a man that I care whose opinion it is. Yeah, it's really funny.
I play the man that you care about. Oh, that's
No,
nice.
you are playing a man that I see that you assume that I somehow care that I
Oh no, I don't think you
consider
care.
your opinion. No, I
I
don't.
wish you would because it would solve this whole situation.
If they believe that they caught Smokey, why are people begging him to show himself on the internet in a public platform such as YouTube?
No.
Oh, you
well,
don't
I mean,
actually do have
someone
to
might
keep. Sorry,
be,
Mom. I
but people
forgot to
don't
put it on.
care about.
Sorry.
No, people don't care about Smokey showing himself. Everyone knows. Everyone, I guess, that's not in this room, are convinced at this point based on the photographs and the evidence.
Sorry, my
Right.
mom was looking for my keys, and I told her I didn't know where my
Okay,
keys
so
was.
why must he show?
But I ended up having my
so
keys.
why is there demands that they must show
in my
his face?
pocket.
That he must show his face?
Well, there used to be. Maybe there is new ones, but I haven't seen any new ones.
I mean, they kept saying, they were like, Smokey can clear this whole thing up if he just shows himself in camera. And
Oh
yet,
no! What would? There's more to it. If Smokey would show himself on camera with a photo ID that edited everything out but his first name and his picture, that would solve everything.
Do you
Cerberus-
guys not see how
Cer-
this is lunacy that you're requesting this of an
No,
American?
I am once again, like you said last time, I am not requesting this. I am saying that this is what would solve the situation.
Cerberus,
I think it's stupid to give people your ID.
Except
Period.
it wouldn't solve the
But you
situation.
just suggested
Yeah,
it.
but you just said
No,
that if
no,
Smokey
I'm
could
not
show himself-
suggesting it. I am saying a fact about reality. That would solve this.
Oh, so I knew where that was going.
You just move on to the next one until that was proven, and then the next one, and then the next.
What would be
Yeah,
what would be past a
case.
government issued photo ID? What would be beyond that?
Well,
You're a
what would it
disgrace,
look like?
Cerberus. Cerberus, you're a disgrace. You're an
I don't even
absolute
know how-
disgrace.
The literal disgrace says I'm a disgrace.
I don't
Good
know
job,
how
Gavin.
the
Yeah, you are a disgrace.
Yeah, you had to sue your wife and buy her back. Good job.
Wow, Cerberus.
Look, disgrace is calling me disgrace.
Yeah,
Get outta
you're a
here, Gavin.
disgrace. You're
Yeah,
a disgrace, Cerberus.
I guess it would take one to know one.
You do know that's none of your business, Cerberus.
Oh, is it not? Because he literally talks about it, or used to.
Sorry, guys, I have to swap people in and out here because I only have
Wait,
room for
what-
6
so-
guests, but Praise is joining us here.
Ah, never mind. Hello, Praise.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going
Long
on?
time no see.
Shalom, praise. How are you?
Doing all right. Doing all right. I wanted to relay a message to you from Daniel Marson. If you were interested, I can forward an email to you. It's up to you, though, Gavin.
Just send it to me by email.
All right.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Like even
Passing
if I
notes?
knew about what people did.
Oh,
what-
praise.
Yeah.
Hello. Get a job.
My job is exposing you. I've done that.
No. Be a man.
not
Step
a
up to the
job.
Get a
plate and
wife.
get a job.
Get a wife.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
wait,
get
you
a rich
can't.
Step
wife.
up to the plate
That's
and get a
right. You
job.
can't because you tried. You little
Step up
bitch.
to the
You're a
plate
little
and get
bitch,
a job.
Yeah,
Step
praise,
up to the
bitch.
plate and get a job.
You're a little bitch.
praise. Don't you
Step up to
understand
the
that
plate
You're a
and get
little
a
bitch.
job.
You can't even get a
Gavin?
wife. Don't
Gavin
give me
is an
advice.
example of what you should do. You should get a wife, wait till she inherits a ton of money, and then sue her.
Yeah, then that'll be my job. Then I'll get a wife that
Do
I
you
can.
guys see how disgusting this conversation has gone?
They
It
think you're a
is. Yeah,
bunch
it's
of
absolutely
super
like
disgusting.
disgusting.
you
It
guys
started
think
about
you're
the
a
time
bunch
I
of
was called a
archangels
But
right
don't tell
now.
me you
Christian.
don't have a
You're all
job.
just
How
a
do you know I
bunch
don't
of
have a job, Gavin?
virtue
You
signaling
assume these
gossipers,
things.
man.
Get a job,
Stupid
Price.
inaccurate.
Step up to the plate.
Well, how do you know I don't have a job? What evidence do you have I don't have a job?
Oh no. Standards of
Oh,
evidence.
shut your fucking mouth, Gavin.
Yeah, you talk a big game
Oh,
from
the
behind the safety of your
hypocrisy.
I
mother's
would
microphone,
smash your
Praise.
face in, Gavin, and I would watch
Hypocrisy.
you fucking bleed in front of my.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Big
come on now.
game.
I
Big
would,
Don't
game
let's
for
beat
the
Gavin.
each other
safety of
up.
the
Come on.
USA.
What are you, like 5'3"? You're just a little man, a munchkin. That's all you are, is a little munchkin.
Wait. What is this all about now? Is it what we have and what we don't have, what we did and what we didn't
Hey,
do?
can I
You
have
see,
some of that 250,000, Gavin? That you owe me some of that money, that all the shit you put me through.
I made a comment the other night, Boki, that Praise didn't step up to the plate when it came to good Christian conduct, and this is why. Tell me if you disagree, Boki. Tell me if you
hang on.
disagree. Tell me if you disagree.
Go on.
This was my claim. Okay, he doesn't step
Alright.
up to the plate as a Christian male because number one, he's 40 years old and unemployed. Number
How do you
two,
know that?
he still lives at home with his mum and dad.
How do you know that?
Number three, he doesn't have a local church that he's anchored in.
And how do you know that?
Right?
Mhm.
He just assumes
What
these
was
things because
what was the fourth
he
one?
doesn't
What was
give
the
a
fourth
shit.
one? What was the fourth one that you don't measure up to, Praise?
Can I have some of that 250,000, Gavin?
I want to know what's Gavin's standard of evidence here, because I would like to use his standard to
250,000?
show a particular case.
What is
That's not
that?
involved.
There was a
250,000?
there was a fourth thing, Praise, that you don't do, which disqualifies you from
Yeah, I didn't
even
kick your ass
thinking
out fast enough
even
from my
thinking you
channel.
can lead souls to Christ. It disqualifies you from even thinking you can lead
You know how many
souls to
atheists
Christ.
despise you, Gavin, because you time them out. You don't even let them talk. You know how many atheists do that? Almost every damn single atheist you come across, they hate you.
Get a job, Praise.
I think that speaks loudly to
Get a
what
job. Get a job. Get a
Do they
job.
like
Step
you,
up to the
Praise?
plate.
They do the same
Step
to
up
you?
to the plate and get
How
a
do you know I
job.
don't have a job, Gavin?
You've said it many times. You don't have a job. Oh, that was it. That was the fourth
Really?
thing.
Give me the
You
receipt.
spend all day. You
Give
spend
me
all
the
day playing
receipt.
computer
Give me
games.
the receipt.
That's the fourth thing. That's the
No,
fourth thing.
No, you're fantasizing that. You're imagining that. I want the receipts. Show me the receipts, and we'll give you some
Wait,
credibility.
hold on.
Yes,
Hey,
Gavin, receipts.
Praise. Listen. I'm a Christian. I don't
Receipts,
keep records
Gavin,
of wrong.
Gavon.
Praise. I'm a Christian. I don't keep records of
Satan quoted
wrongs.
scripture. Does that make him a Christian?
Hold on.
Who gives a shit what you proclaim? That
You
doesn't mean
play
anything.
computer games all day.
How do
You're
you know
40
that,
years
Gavin?
old.
How
You don't
do you
have a
know
job.
that, Gavin?
You told
How
me.
do you know that?
You have
You
no
a camera
job.
here?
You live with your parents.
How do
right?
you know that?
You've told me.
I never
You've
told
told
you
me.
shit. I never told you. That's a lie.
Nah,
I've
you're
never
lying
told
now.
you that ever. I've never said that one time.
Get a job.
Ever.
Get a
Hold
job.
on.
Then how do you not have a job? Based on what?
Get a job.
How do you okay, I want the evidence I don't have a job, firstly.
Oh, so you're asking him to look into your life now?
Oh yeah. So yeah, he's making these assumptions and presumptions.
No.
He's a dumb fuck.
I'm going off the
You're
claims
a
you've
dumb
made,
fuck, Gavin.
Praise.
You're one of the
I'm going
dumbest
off the
people I've
claims
ever
you've
come
made.
across.
I'm going off
You
the
had a
claims
job.
you've made.
Tom Rabbit hit the nail on the head. You're one of the dumbest fucking retards that we've ever come across.
That was a great
One
recording.
of the
That was a
worst
great
debaters.
recording.
You're one of
That
the
was a
worst.
great recording. That was
You're
a great
disgrace.
recording. That
You're
was a great
disgrace.
recording of you
Defending
tucking your
Christianity.
tail. you tucking your
Smokey has
tail
laughed at you
into
because
your
you're a
butt,
disgrace.
into your butt.
You are a
You showed
disgrace.
how weak you were against
You're
Tom
a
Rabbit.
disgrace to defending Christianity. You are
Oh, you
a
mean like James
disgrace.
Kuntz? You mean like James Kuntz praise? Like I don't kick
James
people
at
out
least
room.
can
I don't kick.
defend. He
Why?
actually had a debate, James
Yeah,
Coons. Did
yeah,
you know
but
that?
why is that important? Why is that important if Gavin kicks or doesn't kick anyone out of the room?
Because
Why
he
is that
should know
important?
his place. He should know his place. It should not be in the arena of debating. You are a retard, Gavin.
According to who?
To every single damn, go to my poll. There's 65%. There was over 100 people that polled, I think, somewhere around there, and they all says you were the worst ever.
Well, Praise, when you get a job, when you
And how do you
move
don't have
out
a
of home,
job?
when you move out of home from your mum and
Prove I don't have a
dad's,
job or shut the fuck up.
right? When you stop playing
Prove I don't have
computer
a job.
games all day, when you
Prove
stop
I
playing
play
computer
video games all
games,
day. Prove I
I'm
play
just
video
going.
games
I'm
all
just
day.
going off what you've
This-
told me.
I never
I'm
told
just going off.
you. I never said
Yes,
that
you did.
ever.
Yes, you have.
I never
You
have,
have.
fucking liar. Just like you said about
Yeah,
your
you
wife.
have.
Okay,
Just like that. Just like they
is
give them to
absolutely
your
going
wife,
nowhere.
right?
Praise. Will
And
you
your mouth.
deny?
And your mouth,
Will you deny
Satan.
not
Your
having a job? Praise.
What's up? Did you say your service? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Will you deny not having a job? Will you deny that that's the case?
Yes, I deny that is the case. I do
That
work.
is so
yeah.
hard for some people. Shit.
Hang on,
great.
hold on. You mentioned that he owes you 250K.
No, I
Gavin
said
owes
I
you
want some of that
250K.
250,000 because of all the shit he put me through.
Why are you disclosing that amount in
Because
a
it's
public
public knowledge,
platform?
Pokey. Shut up. It's public knowledge.
Because that's the amount Praise wants.
It's none of your business, Praise.
It's none of your business with my private life either. Why are you sticking your fucking nose in it?
Because your mouth, Satan, betrays
Oh,
you
yeah, my
as being one of his followers.
You know,
You
there
can't
wouldn't be
lead
a.
people to
Oh,
say.
yes,
You can't
your
lead
mouth.
people to Christ when you don't
your
have a
mouth is-
job.
So
Live at home with mum and dad.
you're
Live
a
at home
holy
with
man,
mum and
aren't you,
dad.
Gavin?
Right?
Are you
You
a
live at home
holier
with
than
mum and
thou,
dad.
Gavin?
No
Mr.
job.
Holier than
40
thou.
years old. 40 years
Holier
old.
than thou. And
Single.
no one likes you.
Single.
Except
And
for the
spends
dumbasses
all
in this
day.
group.
All
Really?
How
day
many
playing
dumbasses
computer
don't respect
games.
you, Gavin? How many dumbasses actually laugh at you? How many people?
So,
You have to wonder
so
that.
that's 5 things that disqualify you from being any kind of Christian role model.
You don't know shit about my private life. You're in fucking New Zealand.
I know you don't have a
Kiwi.
job.
Shut
That's
your
a low.
mouth,
I know you
Kiwi.
don't have a job.
You don't.
I know
don't
you
work.
live at
You don't work,
home.
Gavin.
I know you live at home
What
with
is
mum
your
and
job,
dad.
Gavin? What do you work? Where's your?
I've already told you.
So what is it then? Tell us what you're.
So,
and don't tell us that it's poking
So-
needles in people. That's not a job. That's demonology.
oh, don't be
Oh.
stupid. You don't even know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
fine. Okay,
I
hang on,
gave
hang
a
on.
doctor citing that. Are you shut the fuck up, you dumb
Oh,
Kiwi?
bullshit.
Hang on.
You
All
love
right.
demons, Gavin. No
Hang
wonder.
on, hold on. Now let's talk about private lives here. Now you said that your private life is none of your business. So why? So okay, fine. So what if Gavin? Well, what if I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna grant the variable.
He calls
So what-
himself an acupuncturist.
So what? No, that's
That's
not
not
my point.
a real profession. It's actually
That's not my point.
just-
That's not my point. That's not my point. Okay,
it's
that's not
a
my point.
niche. It's a
So
niche.
so what if Gavin bought his wife back? Is that your business, Praise?
It was all
Is that my
pretense.
business?
No,
is
that
that
was
any
me.
of these people's business?
But
Wait,
if you
wait,
ask, I
that
went
was
through
me,
the
not
details of that on my show tonight. It was
It's
all
not
based on
your
pretense.
business, Prize. It's
It is
not
my
your
business
business.
because I'm the one
No,
who
get a job.
I'm
Get
the one
a
who
job.
protected your
Move
dumb ass
out
and
of
tried to
home.
defend you.
Move out of home.
I'm
Get
the
a
one who
job.
tried to defend
Be
your
a
dumb ass
man.
when everyone
Be
was
a
laughing at
man.
me.
Get a
Hey,
job.
guys.
You're the
Get
one
a
that I had to
job.
defend.
Move
So
out
yes,
of
it is my
home.
business.
Move out of
Hey, guys,
home.
can
Get
I-
a
How do you know
job.
say
I'm?
something
How do
here?
you know that, Gavin?
Hang on.
You're assuming
Dr. Kenny
anything.
wants to speak. Dr. Kenny wants to
Hey
speak.
guys,
Give
can
him
I
the
say
room.
something?
Hey, shush.
You know, I really have affections for Gavin and Praise, and the level that this has gone to really breaks my heart. I really don't like to do this, and I don't like to be, picking on you, Praise, and all these other guys, but this has just gone too far. And you said it, Praise. You said you don't want people to know your personal business, but you're on a crusade to find out Smokey's personal business. Do you see how just illogical that is?
I
I'm
would
not
go as
getting
far as
all
to
of
say it's
this.
hypocritical.
Well,
I would.
see.
I
Here's
said
the thing,
illogical,
Kenny.
not
I like to
hypocritical. I said
respond.
illogical. Yeah.
So I didn't want it to be my business, but all of a sudden it came my business when everyone started to post this thing about the court, how this guy named Josh Herbell was finally prosecuted. So then it became my business, because then it looks like I'm trying to harbor a criminal. And I have to keep a reputation, Kenny. Like, do you see my problem too? What I'm in, my paradox and dilemma. And
no, I don't, because you're actually assuming that all of this is true, and you didn't look at the source, which is Thick Shades and Ryan the Presbyterian.
No,
And here's the thing, right? If I didn't want, fine, granting if Smokey was a criminal, what do? Do I make a video about it, or do I just keep my mouth shut? Because I'm pretty sure that's the best thing to do. I did nothing. I said nothing. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. So the wisest thing for me to do was to keep my nose out. I could be wrong, because I don't know what's going on. I'm from the Philippines. I don't know what's going on. And now here you have like a bunch of other people trying to act like frickin' Robin Hood, trying to act like frickin' police. It's none of their business. You know what this sounds like now? We're just looking for some things to use to poke at other people. And that's disgusting. That makes you all gossipers. Okay?
we have witness
Well
testimony.
Well said.
Okay, we have witness testimony.
Shut your mouth, Praise. It's not your business.
Fuck you, Kiwi. Shut the fuck
Shut
up, dumbass.
your mouth. Shut your mouth, homeboy.
You're a retard.
Shut your mouth,
I got a
homeboy.
question for Shadow.
No, you're not going to try to insult me from a retard.
Shut
no,
your mouth,
retard will
homeboy.
not
Get a
insult
job.
Give them time,
Shut the
Cerberus.
fuck
Give them
up.
time.
Yeah. Okay. I think they're done for a second.
All right,
So,
Cerberus.
no,
what were you going to ask me?
This wouldn't apply to me because I'm not a Christian, but it was my understanding that Christians were supposed to sort of hold other Christians accountable and get them to sort of repent for what they've done and like right themselves in Christianity. Like in
You do realize this is something that happened 20 years ago, regardless.
Well, but if you don't repent
guys,
20 years ago, don't repent now.
No.
Matter.
You're assuming so much.
No, that was not an assumption.
No. Let me ask you this: if
I'll be right back.
True about the person, why is it there not a string of victims over the last 20 years of said pedophilia? You see, it's not every. No.
Okay, I have the reason, but go ahead.
No, there is no reason.
No,
you
there
might
is.
come up with it. You might come up with a scenario, but there is no real reason to assume. There's no real reason that a criminal will not continue to be a criminal and a pedophile continue to be a pedophile. Just out of the blue. Only now you can come up with some scenarios where that might be different. But I'm telling you right now, common sense tells us you guys are full of crap. When you're talking about your concerns, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about this. There are so many real criminals to be concerned over, and you guys are a bunch of fools chasing this. I yield.
Well, I hate to inform you. Most criminals don't. Most people that commit crimes don't repeat.
Well, George Floyd's not
going to. That is absolutely not true. Absolutely not.
No, it is true.
No, it's not true. How many people that go to prison go back to prison by being reoffenders?
Those are not the only criminals. I'm sorry, Kenny.
But
you have to include all criminals, not just people that get sentences.
No, let's talk about those that are real criminals. A lot of
real criminals.
A lot of real criminals get sentenced. Yes, there are some that don't get sentenced.
What's a real criminal if not someone that commits a crime?
Oh,
Cerberus, be quiet. Be quiet, Cerberus.
What I'm saying.
You're trying to redefine words.
Cerberus, you and Praise.
So I'm going to start.
Cerberus, you and Praise are the reason why there's such a shortage of tampons in the USA today. Because you two are two of the biggest pussies on YouTube.
I seem to remember something about a log in the
Kiwi,
Bible being in an
Mr.
eye.
Kiwi.
Right? Wasn't that something that Jesus
Yeah,
talked about?
but
Logs and
in that
eyes?
scenario, you guys have the
Yeah.
log.
Really? Really? The man who had to sue his wife for her inheritance is saying that I'm a bad person.
Listen,
See,
Service,
Gavin
if you
has
say
a
that one more
huge
time, if you guys bring
complaint.
up, if you guys bring up Gavin's divorce one more time, you're going to be banned forever. That is
That's
low
fine.
and
It's
it's
only
disgusting.
relevant because of how he's acting.
No, it's
I
never
dare
relevant.
you.
It
I
totally
dare
is.
you. Go on,
Never
Cerberus.
relevant.
I dare you to bring it up. I dare you to bring
Okay.
it up.
Okay. You sued your wife for her inheritance.
And as for you,
Much
Praise,
respect for Cerberus.
again,
Much respect, buddy. Much
again,
respect.
Praise. You
You
are
know,
you
get a
are
new
you
fucking
are a
wife, Gavin.
reason.
Fuck
Step
you.
up to the plate. Get a job. Get a job, Praise. Be a man. Move out of mum and dad's house. Stop playing on computer games all day. And be a man. You know, be a man. Don't be 40 years old and single and playing computer games all day and then camouflaging yourself as a Christian and thinking you can lead people to Christ, because you cannot.
Then look, with divorce, it stands that the woman gains more than the man. In my case, I lost absolutely everything to my ex-wife, save the scooter, which she would have taken too if she had the license to ride it.
Yeah, it's not uncommon, Andrew.
No, and I didn't sue her. I could have, and perhaps I should have, but I didn't. So I have a passion for people who are divorced. I have a people for a passion who have gone through separation, and that's the ministry that the church isn't hitting.
Too much judgment over people's past, and you want to hang it all over their head. And my point is simply was this to Mr. Service: you can't poke at somebody if they made a mistake 20 years ago and then demand them to repent over said mistake from 20 years ago. Now we're dealing with somebody who's an atheist, mind you. And now Praise was on the side of a guy who was an atheist and actually applauded the atheist. I don't know what's wrong with Praise, but he really needs to get some medication. I just don't know. This is done. This is lunacy. This is just all loony.
For some medical conditions, there are no medications.
That's true. There's no cure to the need for self-aggrandizement, apparently.
There's no cure for Asperger's syndrome either.
Neither
There's
is
no
Edwards
one
or
cure
Turner's.
that's the way.
Neither Edwards or Turner's.
Nor epilepsy, for that matter. Not even surgery completely cures.
The only cure is death.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
One,
Well, the only cure
I
is
have
to
a
not
hard
have the
time
condition in the
taking
first
advice
place.
from somebody that doesn't believe in God or any God, and takes up the icon of Cerberus, the guardian of hell, which is a three-headed dog who was retarded, by the way, and that was why he was put in that position to guard the gates of hell, because he was just vicious enough to keep anybody away. So yeah. Two, I think Dr. Kenny is on the spot. You know, I have to question Praise's motives if he is following an atheist's suggestions and advices. I'm disappointed.
I
have never had a bad word to say about Praise except in disappointment. Praise and I have talked about forgiveness, and that's all as far as I can know, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. That's all I've ever discussed is forgiveness. And
exactly.
I talked to Dr. Falk earlier, and I prayed about it. And the thing that came to me earlier, I was asleep. And I did not hear an audible voice or anything like that. But I was waking up and I heard it in my spirit is the only way that I can define it. And it was ask them about me. Ask them if they know me. Not me myself, but Jesus. And if they don't know him and they're spouting off all about the disciples and they never mention Jesus, well, it's like Dr. Falk said. They don't know Jesus at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because any man can take the works of Paul and Peter and John and all that, and yeah, they represent Jesus and what he taught them they were doing to teach us how to live. But there's red letter in the Bible too, y'all. Hey, and you know, hey, I'm along with. Hold on. I'm along with Dave. I have a King James Bible. You know, I made my own cover. Sorry, don't be envious. But I've had the same King James Bible, if you can't tell, for a little while. And I found some stuff in it that I decided to mark.
Open it often.
And those places that I marked are all about information about how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to think, how you're supposed to treat yourself, how you're supposed to treat others, not just your brothers, but your neighbors and your enemies. Neighbors and your enemies. And if anybody has a problem with my Thompson Change Reference King James Bible, I will tell you just like Dave said. Well, not just like Dave said, but F you.
I've just put a comment in the back.
And I'll tell you. Let me tell you a story behind this. This Bible was given to me in prison by a man who quit Christ because he got so scared after casting out demons.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
So he gave it to me because God told him to give it to me.
Cool.
And I've had it since 1997.
Well,
It's a long stretch. It's a long stretch, Shep.
I spent.
Is this the Bible I drew on before? Yep,
I
did.
I was at my end, y'all. You know, Thicky don't think this is a testimony, but then he don't know what a testimony is. But I did stupid shit when I was a young adult. Okay. I was 21, 22 years old. And my wife and I at the time had 3 children. I did tattoos for a living. And I did them out of my house.
Drawing it.
And her and I split up because I was adulterous. I liked sleeping with women. And when we were split up, my youngest son, I know it's okay. My youngest son choked on the finger of a latex glove that he had pulled out of the couch. My wife had to witness that. I was drunk somewhere while my son died. And I lost my shit, pardon my French. And I lost all of my humanity. And so I went on a rampage. I didn't give a fuck about nothing and nobody. My life had already been horrible up to then anyway, you know. I spent my childhood having every single stepbrother I ever had because I never had any real brothers or sisters. Just those that, you know, I got close to and considered that. But my real stepbrothers decided that I wasn't likable for some reason, and they beat me and buried me in boxes and under the ground and raped me and, I finally had enough of that, so I ran away. I lived on the street since I was 13 years old. So I grew up thinking I was nothing, complete zero. And then when my son died and I lost all of my cognitive functions, or I just let them go, I started robbing houses. Somebody said, hey, let's just go do this, make some money. I was like, fuck it, I don't care. Let's do it. My thoughts should have been about my other kids, but it wasn't. All I could think about was myself, really, that I had lost a son and I was drunk while it happened. And it was my fault because I did the tattoos and I left shit laying everywhere. So I ended up in prison for aggravated burglary. We stole people's presents underneath their Christmas trees. How fucking low, how much lower can you get? But God put me in prison. I believe that. He set my path that way. God's not a movie director. He's not set our paths on a purpose. He sets our paths on our requests. And I had requested for the first time, God, I'm lost. And I got to prison and I got a letter from my ex-wife saying that we were done. She never wanted to talk to me again. I would never talk to my kids again. And come to find out, my best friend, my brother, had been going behind my back, doing good with my wife. And they ended up together as soon as I got to prison. And he slipped a letter in there without her knowing it, telling me never to come back, which he knew what I was going to do. Told me I'd forget about my kids. None of that exists. I don't exist to them or anyone there. All my friends turned their backs on me. And then slowly it started coming out that I was molesting my daughter. How did I do that in prison? So I spent my 7 years in prison and did my 3 years on paper. So a decade of my life, I gave up and I surrendered myself. Really, truly surrendered myself from who I was to who I wanted to be. And I see all of this shrewery going on, not just on this side, but on mostly their side. And they're turning people like Praise, who was, in my opinion, I'm sorry if nobody else likes it, but in my opinion, Praise had some really good stuff to say. He had some strong information. And now it's all out the window because people got to him. They clouded his thinking and took out his forgiveness, laid it to waste, and made him think there's no place for forgiveness. Now, I'm sure he'll disagree with that. It's a pedophile. But if you remember, Praise, if you're still here, we had that conversation too. So meanwhile, in prison, I'm being blamed for molesting my daughter. And then when I get out and I do my paperwork for 3 years, guess what? It wasn't me. It was my best friend who moved in on my wife and had 3 kids with her and was not only molesting my daughter for a good 6 to maybe 10 years, but he was doing it to my boys and his kids. I wanted to murder him, and I tried, and I failed because God was not going to let me go down that path. He has different plans for me. And I believe that once we become Christians, we're not robots, but plans are made for us. If we're a body of Christ, the body has functions, and we are those functions. Blood, white blood cells, red blood cells, you know, the whole works, all of it. That's us. And I'm blown away thinking about all this, and I'm like, okay, so what do I do, God? You won't let me kill him. What do I do? Vengeance is mine. That's all that kept going through my head. Vengeance is mine. So I had to learn forgiveness of a pedophile, a real pedophile. And still is. He did 10 years for doing everything he did to my daughter, to my nieces, and to his own children and my boys. 10 years. And he's back out on the streets, registered.
Where is he at now, though? Tell them where.
Still lives in the same town as my daughter.
No, really, where is he at, though? Hospital.
I'm getting there. And then now, he has a daughter of his own that he's molested. So Dr. Kenny's right. It don't stop. But a man can make a bad decision once in his life, twice, 7 times. But to perpetually do it over and over again without remorse, that's evil. And that's what a pedophile is. Smokey Saint is not a pedophile. And even if he is, he's being labeled a pedophile by a system because of a mistake that he might have made at 20-something years old. I don't know who Smokey is. I don't care who Smokey is. I don't know who Joshua Herbal Marks is. And I don't care. You know why? Because I have learned forgiveness. I forgave the man that raped my daughter for 6 to 10 years, who did it to my nieces, who did it to my sons and his own sons. Those boys are now my boys. They call me daddy. They love him because he is the sperm donor. But that's as far as it will go for them. They forgive him because they recognize it as a sickness. And they know from what I've taught them and what their mother have taught them that God forgives, and so must we. And if you can't have it in your heart to forgive, you might as well become an atheist and walk away right now from Christianity, because you have no hope with that mentality. Period. I've met some of the roughest people in the world in the penitentiary. I was in the second oldest penitentiary in the United States, Brushy Mountain. Bad shit happens in there. Bad shit happened to me in there. And it ain't about being badass, and it ain't about being pussy. It's just about fucking, it happens. It's circumstances that you either can control or you can't. But I'd known murderers of their own families get saved. I know a special forces guy murdered his whole family at the dinner table because he was asked to pass the potatoes. Just lost his shit. He picked up the knife, grabbed the bowl of potatoes, walked around, and started cutting everybody's throats. That's how he describes it. I met another man who was saved, bodybuilder, but he was a drug dealer, cocaine dealer. And he knows every person that he's put in the grave with cocaine. Hateful man. To hear him tell it, saved. God picked him up out of the life he was in and saved him. Why? Forgiveness, love, agape love, which we don't have agape love. We don't have the ability, I don't think, to exert agape love, because it is a perfect love. But I think we're equipped to express a love that is almost as equal. The only difference is it takes effort from us because we're human. Yeah. That's all I got.
Spot on.
Beautiful. I've done terrible things too, especially high school and college.
Me too.
Mhm.
And I know
Well said, Chip. Well
joke
said.
around with you guys and everything. I know that. I'm sorry. I know I joke around with you guys and everything. And there's fun is one thing. But I don't hate any of these people. I mean, the atheists, maybe a little, because the atheists are pretty much gone. But these Christians that claim to be Christians, these lukewarm Christians, these cold Christians, I pity them, because I struggle for as long as I've been searching the word and praying and getting to know God and Jesus and what it means for me. I still don't understand it all. And I'm 52 years old. My mother is 72 years old and she still don't understand it all. My pastor is 60 something years old and he still doesn't understand it all. I just wish that we could show that we're better than them by ignoring their garbage, because what they're turning it into is like what I said earlier in chat. This is Minority Report. We're going to arrest you and put you away forever for a crime that you didn't commit yet. You're guilty before proven innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Shep, did you see how that was the principle he asserted? But then when I turned it back on him, he denied it and saying,
Yeah, 'cause it
oh
didn't
no, will
apply
they
to
do
him,
it once?
right?
Right, yeah. That's what I enjoy pointing out to these people.
I
Their utter
love playing a
lack of
dumblet.
logic.
I love playing a dumblet to these people because I look dumb.
Yeah, I do.
country
I
as
do
hell.
too.
I'm country as hell, and I can sound more country than this. I can get on the radio and I can talk all kinds of it. I get down with the best. I can chaw as good as the next man in Kentucky.
Yeah, I was
I
talking to
can
my
talk
mama, my
like a
pawpaw last
normal
week.
human being as well.
How's your mama doing there, Shep?
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good. She's getting tired.
Well, if it makes you guys feel any
She
better,
still
I'm
mows
just a
2.5
reject
acres
trying
by
to.
herself.
I'm just a reject trying to improve my life. because of bad decisions I made. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it didn't make me a bad person, but it did destroy my integrity and dignity as a
Mm-hmm.
person. It did.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Good.
And I'm just like Praise. I mean, I sit in, well, I sit in the chair all day and play video games. Well, I do study, sure, but and I read the Bible, but where do I spend most of my time on when I have nothing to do? Video games. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I don't think it's wrong by itself. But me, for one, have made it an idol. Morning video games, morning video games, evening video games. What about studies?
Okay,
What
let me ask
about the
you
Lord
this,
Jesus Christ?
Yogi. Let me
Hmm.
ask you this: when you wake
Yeah.
up in the morning, what's the first thing you do?
Well, I wake up and make coffee, then I eat, then I start playing.
Is there any prayer between there?
Not even 5 minutes. Like I even ask myself that. Like, wow, you wake up every day trying to drag yourself out of bed and you can't do even 5 minutes of Thanksgiving? Like, what kind of Christian
Yeah,
are you, Boki?
that's a problem.
Yeah,
You
that's a
can drag
problem.
yourself for a bit, be in front of in front of a screen and start gaming.
My
Yeah.
pastor tells me every time, if you cannot find anything to be grateful for, be grateful that you woke up this morning because you wouldn't have if it wasn't for God.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Simple as that, but it means a lot already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's been a problem. Like, I think about this, but my problem is like, I don't do it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if I don't know if my hyperactivity kicks in or I'm just
It could be.
forgetful.
It could be.
Yeah,
Coffee can do that to persons that are OCD or ADHD.
because I don't want to be put in a part where I'm at the spectrum of reprobation because if I intend to get back with Christ, then it's going to be difficult.
Well, I mean, if it's something that is pulling you away from Christ, then that's something you should do. Make it an offering. Say, God, I will put this away and offer the time that I normally do this to you.
Yeah.
Split the time. Say,
Hmm.
okay, I'm going to go today, this morning, I want to wake up. The time that I would spend gaming, I'm going to spend with you. And
Right.
if it's okay, tomorrow I will spend time gaming and then my regular prayers.
Hmm.
And then the next day, I'm going to wake up, say my prayers, and spend that morning with you rather than gaming.
Hmm.
Slowly build yourself to a habit, I guess. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with the positive thinking, you know?
Right. But here's the point also. I'm just as bad as everyone here. I mean, it's not like you come to Christ and immediately you are spring clean and all you ever think about is good. That's
No,
impossible.
no.
That's impossible. We live in a fallen world, so why would that be a thing?
I look at it this way.
Mhm.
The person who comes to Christ is like an oil vat. Okay. And I'm
Mhm.
talking about like fuel oil.
Right.
You ever seen the inside of a barrel of one of those?
Fuel oil, sort of. I might
Like
have seen
the oil that they pump out of the earth.
that. Okay, that I haven't seen yet.
Okay. That is about the blackest black you will ever see, except for coal dust.
Mhm.
And cleaning that out of a barrel takes a long time, takes special chemicals. And by the time it's done, though, the inside of that barrel is shining. But it don't happen right away. And that's how we have to look at ourselves. Now, I have seen people claim, hey, I got saved and my life changed just like that. Glory to God. praise God for people like that. He needs them faster than he needs me. It's the only way I can look at it.
This is why I like this
I mean, there's
community.
times I may have to look at myself and go, okay, you know, and examine and go, am I procrastinating in something that God's trying to get me to do? That's possible because I'm human. You know, I'm like Moses. He didn't want to go face Pharaoh. You know, he's not going to change his mind, God. That's okay. Just go do what I said. All right. Comes back again. He didn't change his mind. I know. Go back again. He's not going to change his mind. But as long as we obey, I think that's the trick.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said, Chip.
But
I
I'm
mean,
a dumblet. Y'all remember that now.
yeah, I mean, I don't know about this, right? But I think there are just some habits that we can never kill, no matter how hard we try. It's kind of like telling us that's who we are in our dark side. But I do believe that that can be conquered. It may not be manifested physically, but they will stay in your head.
Y'all need some of this over there, Boki.
Man, if only my country was in third world.
You have aloe? I mean, aloe.
I mean, we have aloe, but not the
You
kind
can
of aloe
process
you
it
have.
yourself, but do you have Amazon?
I don't really trust online shopping because I have
Oh,
I had
Amazon.
my
Amazon's good, bro.
all right.
They're not great, but they're better than eBay and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check that out soon. Maybe
Get the
when
mango.
I'm at a
If you like
more
mango, man, get mango. It's really
yeah.
good.
I mean,
It is pulpy.
oh, I love pulp. I love pulp.
Okay, you'll love it then.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I am at a more stable state, and then maybe I'll consider that. But in the meantime, I'm just content with what I have here.
Well, I still want to get with you on doing the katas. And Mickey passed me a note here.
Mhm.
And she's got a good idea. We should do some Discord readings together. Kenny,
Yes, sir.
This is the first time, and most likely the last time, that I will threaten you. You need to come over to the Discord so I can get you in.
Okay, show me how to do that on a PC or a Mac because
I
my
trust
phone.
everybody here. Okay, wait. I trust everybody here. I trust everybody here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust the people who are watching.
I'm gonna actually.
Are you gonna put a private chat?
My secretary just stated that she.
Oh, text it to me. Yeah.
Yeah. My secretary said she would text it to you.
Cool.
And are you gonna hand type it? Really?
I mean, Greek Bible reading and Greek study with my favorite Christian apologist. Now that's something, and it's special too because it's in our Discord.
Yeah, because I've got these Greek books over here and workbook that I'm barely inching along with, by the way. But I would love to have someone teach me what I'm doing instead of me trying to finger one.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. So just tell Nikki there.
You the link now.
Yeah, no, tell her to send the link. Send the link.
Well, I would. It would be fun if I knew how to read a bit of Greek, so I won't end up spurging around the Septuagint or the freaking the lexicology.
I think I've got most of them down.
Cool.
Alpha, beta, theta, pi, pho,
mojo. No, it'd be alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So if you want to pronounce it the way they do, if you want to pronounce it the way they do.
I can't put them in order though. I can't put them in order.
Yeah.
Omega, Omicron.
Well, what you do, this is how I learned the Hebrew alphabet. It's alphabet, gimel dalet, hey vav, alphabet, gimel dalet. And then you just sing it, but you learn the Greek and sing the Greek alphabet, and then you got it.
Okay. I'll try
Cool.
that. I'm also ordering a cheat sheet.
It'd be nice
Okay.
to also know a bit of Greek.
It's kind of a cool little ditty. Sorry, you got me on music, and now I'm just.
Now, and do we get Latin from Greek, or vice versa?
Oh, well, they're all in the related areas, but they go getting a.
But they're not the same.
Given a language. Well, you
One
had
doesn't
Latin
come
and
from the
Greek
other, they're kind of the same.
developing at the same time. Well, you had Latin and Greek spoken at the same time, so.
Okay.
And then you had the East and the West. The Western Church was Latin. Eastern Church was Greek. And there was some, because they're not related, although words can go back and forth. There were some miscommunications about the doctrine of the Trinity, which was a language barrier too.
So does Latin come from Italy?
You know what? I couldn't even begin. I'm not in that room right now with my brain, so I'd have to rewind and then go and start looking for the vault and then get the key and go, where did I put the key? Yeah.
I used to know.
Yeah, I guess I should also learn some Greek and Latin. It would help me appreciate the diseases I encounter in my physical therapy books too. So let's say whenever I hear the word chondroma, so I'm like, oh, okay, now I know what to do with this person. I mean, I kind of feel like I kind of feel like a Filipino Wong Fei Hong, because Wong Fei Hong was not just a martial artist; he was also a doctor. Except I'm not a doctor. I'm a physical therapy graduate.
I'm not a doctor either, but I play one on the YouTubes. I play a psychiatrist.
And I've got the workbook, so
cool.
I could actually probably scan the pages off of this for everybody.
Awesome.
That wants to learn it.
Put it on PDF file, and then we could use it as basis to do our reading together. I mean, that would be fun.
That's the workbook. This is the actual book.
Thanks.
You know, guys, I'm not very good at reading Greek, but I can read palms real good.
Palms?
Yeah.
Palms. I can do
palm
that.
reading.
I had a stepmother who was I don't want to say it out loud really, but she practiced stuff that I don't like. And she read my palms. And then she stopped. And she wouldn't tell me what she read.
You know, the funny thing also is that speaking of palm reading, like, there's kind of like this practice, but it's not because we really believe it. I don't know. Maybe if you go to the hills here or the more mountainous areas here, then yeah, you'll find some pagans. But in here, just for the fun of it, it's like, the worst palm reading I ever got was they told me that my love life or my romance was, let's just say it's not even halfway up the charts. And I'm like, oh, thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info, cowpoke.
Shep.
Yes.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I just Googled where did Latin originate from, and the answer I got was it came out of Europe, but primarily from the Roman culture.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense because Rome scattered during its fall. The people of Rome scattered during the fall of Rome.
Well,
so God knows where they went.
Greek was passed around with the conquest of Alexander the Great.
Weren't the Romans and the Greeks?
Yeah, because Alexander the Great was a student. Alexander the Great was a student of Aristotle, and that's why Alexander was so great. He unified the culture. So that's where the Greek came from. The Macedonian. That's where it came from as far as the Greek. Now, languages are those Indo-European languages are all interrelated. But anyway, that's how Greek was passed around the world.
All right, time for me to ask the coach. Hey, Gavin, brother.
Yes, sir.
I've been conditioning my knuckles for quite some time now, but I feel like, I mean, am I supposed to see density in my punches, or are my hands supposed to be bigger?
Are you how are you strengthening your knuckles, or how are you conditioning them?
Well, two things. One is the traditional way, which is in Kyokushin karate. It's either the heavy bag and it's half speed. Huh? Oh.
You eat knuckle sandwiches, right?
No, I don't eat knuckle sandwiches. I mean, that's the last thing
the
you
other
want
guy
to eat.
does.
Yeah, the other guy does. I mean, let's just say, Kenny, me and the handsome guy had a sparring. He's more good looking than me, but once I start landing punches, I'm the handsome guy now.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
So anyway, well, two things, Gavin. It's two things. One is the traditional way, which is karate, Kyokushin karate. I either hit the heavy bag without any gloves, but in half speed only, because I don't want to dislocate my wrist. And second is well, I have like a grip on one arm, and I let one other arm hold a kettlebell, and I just twirl it around. And then I just do that over and over again in each arm. And yeah, I do push-ups. I mean, you do need that forearm strength to keep your fist tight. So you do need that strength.
Do you do your push-ups on your first two knuckles?
I just started that yesterday.
Okay. Do you know what a makiwara is?
I know what a makiwara is, yes.
Okay. Makiwaras are the best thing for strengthening and building up the calcium deposits on your knuckles, on your first two knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Well, I'm trying to get one built, so it's nearly my birthday, so there's no way they can't grant that request.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I'm not
guys,
trying
we
to
have
be.
Jason came in here.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, we need to say shalom and welcome to Jason.
Hello, Jason. Shalom.
Yeah, hey, Jason.
Oh, hey, how you going?
How you going, neighbour? How you going, neighbour?
Good. Good. How's yourself going?
Pretty good, mate. Pretty good.
As good as it can be, I suppose. I heard what your missus did. I think that sucked. I think she's a horrible person. I think it was just when I read that, I just thought that what she did was a terrible thing. Personally. Anyway,
it's all water under the bridge now.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, Kenny. You put it next to the duck.
Last question, Gavin. Do I have to drink lots and lots of milk for my knuckles?
No,
not really.
No. That's an old wives' tale.
Yeah.
That if you drink lots of milk, you'll grow taller and your bones will get stronger. That's an old wives' tale.
Yeah, your bones get weaker, mate. It's milk is. I think there's somewhere in Europe, it's like around Sweden sort of area, where they have the highest milk intake, dairy intake on Earth, and they have the highest rate of hip fractures and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a myth about milk strengthening your bones. It's actually the opposite. It's acidic and eats away your bones.
I eat chalk for my calcium buildup.
That's the worst type of calcium you can have. Calcium carbonate. It's really toxic. Really.
I used to eat chalk in grade school, right, Nikki?
I will if I want like pure calcium, like what food? Like I don't want to take supplements for now, but if I'm looking for pure calcium, what would that be? Like, would that be a fruit? Would that be meat? Would that
You're
be?
better off getting calcium that are extracted from natural sources, things like milk and that are extracted from dairy products, like in their purer form. If you get calcium like calcium carbonate and stuff like that, it's really bad for you because it's got calcite in it, and that's the thing that cholesterol uses to build up in your arteries.
Oh,
and make your arteries stiff. So there's better types of calcium you can get for your body. I don't really know. You'd have to research it, but calcium carbonate supplements and stuff like that are really toxic, really bad for you.
well, yeah, might as well research it. I guess banana. No, banana is potassium. I mean, it has some calcium, sure, but it's got more potassium.
An overdose of potassium will give you a heart attack. But I mean, you'd have to eat like enormous amounts of bananas to, to extreme enormous amounts. And people have eaten those amounts and they still haven't had heart attacks. So.
Hey, just a funny little thing to ask Smokey, since I eat sunflower seeds quite a bit. I got sunflower seeds all in my bed,
Thanks,
all over
Nikki.
the floor, and had no idea how they all got there. But anyway, I like flaxseed oil. I hear is real good for you and stuff like that. So, but I eat a lot of sunflower seeds.
I don't know. I don't. Like those seeds and stuff are okay. I don't know. I don't really eat that much seeds and whatnot.
Go on, Jason. I'm sorry. Go on, Jason. I'm sorry. All right then. So
That's what I was
Dr.
thinking.
Kenny
Hey,
takes
Boku.
sunflower seeds. Well, thank God I'm living in East Ninja Jungle Island. So yeah, what we have here is what you would call dragon seeds.
Yeah, my missus is from the Philippines, and
Yeah.
she likes to eat. She likes seeds and stuff. And she always
You know-
said that the rice, when you get the rice off the vine, when she was a kid, she
cool.
used to get the rice straight off the thing and eat it fresh. And she said it tasted really beautiful when it's fresh. Yeah.
You know what I
Cool.
used to eat that tasted great when I was young? I used to call them nose seeds. That tasted great. The adults called them boogers, but I called them nose seeds.
Nose seeds.
Well, there's lots of
Smoky.
fruits and stuff. I mean, when we were kids, where I grew up, there was always fruit trees in the street and stuff, and now they're sort of removed all that sort of stuff. When I was a kid and I went out, I could run around anywhere and just eat from. We never took water, we never drank from the creek, and ate fruit from trees that grew along the street and stuff like that. So yeah, those sort of days are gone. But I remember also I grew up in two places. I grew up in Eastwood, which is like not far from Top Ryde, sort of Top Ryde Eastwood area, just across the road from Midway Shops, right on the corner of Lovell and North Road. And I grew up there in Eastwood, and it was a beautiful place to grow up. But then I also grew up in Piermont. Piermont was sort of like there was a pub on every street corner, and they were all run by the gangsters and that. So. It was a great place to grow up because, you'd never have to worry. You could let your kids run loose and nothing could happen to the kids down there, you know what I mean? Because it's all good, run by gangsters, and anybody comes in there causing trouble, they get, you know what I mean, in big trouble. And then I grew up in a sort of a country area as well. And I grew up where everybody had guns and stuff. So, like, when I first moved to Eastwood in 1976, we could leave the back door open, you know what I mean? I mean, there's not many places left anymore where you could just go out and leave the back door open and your front door open and all the windows open to air the house out and go shopping for 3 hours and come back. And then, and basically when they started removing the guns and made those laws, well, and that's when it changed and things started to, you need to lock everything up. And even then it got broken into. So, yeah.
That was rough.
Oh, it was a great place to grow up. I remember as a kid, there was lots of bushland. There still is around there, really, but you could take your dog anywhere in those days, and you had a lot more freedom. I feel sorry for kids today. If someone said to me, that they wanted to. That, do you want to be young again? Even with going back and knowing everything that I know now, would I want to be young again in this day and age? No way, not a chance. There's no freedom. They're not. You need to be able to go take your motorbikes out and ride your motorbikes in places and stuff. You can't do anything anymore. It's all under the thumb. So there's no freedoms anymore.
If I knew now and could go back and do life over again, I would do it because I would probably rule the world. Just saying.
No, I bet at 52 years old I could still do a 2-finger push-up.
That's what I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to. I wouldn't say at the level of Manny Pacquiao because the guy has incredible endurance, but just that conditioning to maintain some of that youth even as I age. Because I might be old sometime, but you never know what's gonna come up.
Well, the trick is to stay thin.
What?
I don't want to be young again.
The trick is to stay thin. If you want to maintain endurance, you want to stay thin.
Right.
That means
and stay good looking.
Lightweight. What aerodynamics? We're not talking about planes.
No, she's talking about my good looks and the symmetry in which the air
not this
flows
again.
from the right and to the left when it hits my nose and careens. Scientists will put sometimes smoke in front of a fan and do that and then film it and then encourage all the old ladies around the world by showing pictures of my what I call a smoky or a ethereal 3D representation of my beauty. How's that for a bunch of BS?
Shalom, and welcome to Black Member.
Another suggestion.
Hello, dear people. God bless
Hello,
you all.
Amamba.
God bless people in the chat.
Sorry, Shep.
Christ is risen.
No, you're good.
I mean,
one more suggestion for you, Boki.
Yeah.
When you're doing your katas on punching
to
harden your knuckles and everything, something that will help a lot is to make a paste from turmeric and water, and put that under your wraps around your knuckles, and just let that let that lay overnight while you sleep.
Will that
take away the soreness? That'll take away the bruising.
Yeah, Shep's right. Turmeric's very good for
healing.
Yeah, Shep's right. Turmeric's excellent. It's an excellent natural product for inflammation, which is what you'll get with your knuckles slamming into stuff.
Yeah.
Boki.
What's happening is when you're punching a hard surface with bone, you cause microfractures, and those microfractures will splinter out, and then it's like crystal. You know how crystals grow? The bones do that under the skin, and they grow into each other. That's why you see some of these guys that look like they don't have but one knuckle all the way across. That's what's happening. They really have one bone.
Can I suggest to you guys a new martial art form I have been developing? And you don't have to strengthen your bones or anything like that. You do have to strengthen your vocal cords. But what you do is, as a grown man, scream as high pitched and like a little girl if you're ever in trouble, and then run. And you'll never have to fight. So what I do these days.
Kenny, I actually learned a new tactic. If somebody comes running up on you, like going to attack you, just start singing Hotel California.
Oh, there you go.
It'll confuse the hell out of them, and they won't know what to do. And you can just walk away.
Right. One of the funniest things that I do, actually, and I do this because I love to have fun and I love to play. I don't really play dumb. I like to play crazy. And I really want people to think that it's possible that either I'm joking or I really could like fly off the handle and take somebody down before they know it, like in a Matrix or something, grab their throat, squeeze their windpipe with a tiger claw technique, and I want people to think that I'm crazy enough to do it, and it doesn't matter how big you are. and maybe I might be carrying, or maybe I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I approach things.
Shep, I have a question. I need Nikki to clarify. Like, what does she mean by the big wood that she's hitting, that I'm hitting? Is she referring to the wooden dummy I have? Oh yeah, never mind. She texted back. Yes, that is the wooden dummy. Yeah, my forearms got taut, like really taut. Not in terms of muscle composition, but bone. Like I could take a shot anytime
Yeah,
with my forearms.
the name of it escapes me.
Mukyang
Yeah.
You
Hey,
gotta
Boki.
sound Cantonese. Yeah.
The mantis. You're talking about mantis kung fu, right?
Hey, how do you deal with, let's say,
Wing Chun.
for me, I never bulked up, but I was in martial arts till I was about
Oh, you
17,
talking about
18, and
Muay
then I went to music. But
Mhm.
speed has always been, I mean, that was my nickname, was Speed.
Mhm.
But the speed has always been what was necessary for me, because the snap of the wrist, mechanics, those kinds of things, you know, I don't need to have all these, you know, micro fractures in my bones to strengthen, because, you know, speed and agility. So I'm wondering, is your, I don't remember what you study, but are you more of like power? See, because we studied Moto Kwam Taekwondo, which was, we had you know, the white tops, black bottoms, hard soft style. So it actually integrated the bigger Taekwondo families and approaches and stuff. So, you know, I was just kind of curious. It seems like you try to bulk up more. Where
Well, here's the thing, Kenny. While I think that I'm more focused on power, I'm more focused on coordination. Actually, I'm more focused on coordination.
right,
You get the best of both worlds if you are able to mitigate those unnecessary muscle contractions. Because
right,
let's say you could have speed and you could tag your enemy as many times as you can, but Newton's third law would suggest that every opposite every force has every action has a opposite reaction. So let's say if I'm fighting a guy with a hard shin, now sure I could land jabs, combos,
You know who that
but
is, don't you,
without
Bokey?
yeah, cool, Sam Fury,
You know who he
awesome.
is, right?
Hang on. Well, it's a bit too far. It's a bit too close. Hang on. I'll put it a bit farther. Sam Fury. Never heard of Sam Fury. Who is he?
Never heard of Sam Fury.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of
All right.
Sam Fury.
You
He
want
was
Sam
only the
Fury?
what? He was a second student.
Oh, I never heard of Sam Fury at all. I swear. Or
And
was
then
it?
and then this. I know
Oh,
you
I
know who
love.
he
Oh,
is.
I
That
love
that
him,
that
man. I love him more.
actually Ip wow, left and right. Ip Chun
Hmm.
is the grandson of Ip Man.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he's just as badass.
Hmm.
yeah, and isn't he the descendant of
And
Hypnotize?
he's in his 80s in that picture.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the grandson of Hypnotize, right?
No, that's probably no. That's the son of Yip Man. That's the son of
Yeah,
Yip Man,
that's
along with Ip Ching. Ip
no,
Ching is like Ip Ching
that's
is
the
like the younger
grandson.
brother.
Grandson.
Yeah, grandson. Yeah. So yeah, Kenny, I'm more in coordination. You get the best of both worlds if you have coordination. Now you
Well,
can have
I'm a
speed.
drummer. I've got master coordination.
Cool. Yeah, good. That's a
Yeah.
start. Now you can
No, I
have
mean, I've even
speed.
gone down to my muscles to where I isolated the different muscles in my fingers, because, you know, drumming requires finger control, and so the faster you need to go, the less bigger muscles you use and smaller muscles, even twitches. So
Mhm.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah, you're right. So yeah, to just answer your question now, I could have speed, but if the guy has a hard jaw, chances are that it might have hurt me more than it hurts him. Cause
right. Are you talking about competition or actually taking
no,
somebody out?
like
Or
I'm talking about your question whether if I'm more on speed and power.
oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So speed can get you to your target, but it won't guarantee accuracy. It won't guarantee proper form. If you don't have proper form, then you're going to have consequences. Now, power, on the other hand, is
Okay.
useless if you don't have speed.
Right.
Because
Well, when I say speed, I'm talking about coordination and accuracy, because you don't have speed if you don't have coordination and accuracy. So that's what I mean.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I'm actually more on coordination. Well, I do try to add power on it. So yeah.
Yeah. With drumming, for example, when I add power, I twist my wrist, or you can do what's called a molar stroke, where you're actually whipping, and of course you got to be able to hold it to where you let the stick absorb all of the, reaction, Newton's laws. But anyway, there's a lot of cool things that I learned as a martial artist that helped me be a really good drummer, because I could, the philosophy that I learned, even, but just to kind of approach things and break them down and then build things back up,
Yeah. Cool.
I think it's amazing a person like me got what God can do with a person as evil as I was. I could break throats with my hand, but I could also break hearts.
Yeah.
I'm a lover, not a fighter, too.
It's the book I have.
Mushashi's Book of Five Rings.
These are the strats and memoirs of the greatest swordsman that ever lived.
Musashi.
Miyamoto Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi. Yeah, that's how you say it. Man, I gotta go back on my Japanese too. Miyamoto Musashi. Yes. You could have speed and power together, but Miyamoto was at a different level. Like
Here's a new program: Elephants and Galaxies.
Cool. Like he knew, like it's like Miyamoto knows the first or next move you were gonna make, and then all he needed was one stroke, and boom, match, game, set, match, and that's between two swordsmen, and that's to the death. One good look at you.
Cats. I swear, cats are sent by Satan.
We have Lieutenant Cats too. Anyway,
we literally have to blockade everything off.
Cats.
Guys, I got a new training. If you are interested.
Sure.
We are Christians here. In short, we the Christians say that if and only if you have Lord Jesus Christ into your life, you have the never-ending life. Christ is risen. I'm an Orthodox, ex-Orthodox, in fact. So I have a new training, and I will make the connections. To have Lord Jesus Christ into your life, you have, if you want, say this prayer: Lord Jesus Christ, please come into my life and take my life and my soul into your hands. Amen. And now the training. Intro. When we were kids, we were stealing cookies before the Easter. And the best of the cookies, we made a little plate. And the one who was able to say Our Father 10 times in a row without breaking up was the winner. So, because I'm a cat lover, I do what the cat did. I'm the curious one. So, what killed the cat? The curiosity. And I challenge you to say 10 times Our Father in a row between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the morning. This is a kind of training, and we go into the spiritual mood. So challenge is this: take a pen, take a paper, notepad, something to write upon. Even you can install your phone to film you while you say the 10 commandments. The 10 prayers. Let's see what happens. I challenge you. I did not believe when I did it first time, so enjoy. And another Christian help. do it. It is this prayer. God, please open my way, for nothing is without you. Amen. Said, use them both prayers. It is recorded, and come back with a testimony of belief. It is like the medicine. It doesn't work if you don't take it. It doesn't work if you don't say them. God bless you all. I have to go to. It is prayer time in our country.
Thank you,
God
brother.
bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, brother. Man, I want to talk to these Orthodox Christians. Like they have
Doesn't it
they have
say not
sources
to say
too.
repetitious prayers in the Bible? It says not to say repetitious prayers like the pagans on the mountain.
Mhm.
The mountain pagans. It says don't say repetitious prayers like the mountain pagans. So I don't know. It just says don't say do that, and then to say 10 Our Fathers in a row. That's repetitious. And it just said I was pretty sure it said not to do that. That's all.
Lightsaber. I'm gonna work on my stick later on. Gotta learn how to use the sticks. What's funny, and what's funny in Filipino martial arts. Unlike all the other arts, you are taught how to kick and box. Yeah, that's adorable, Kenny. I mean, you're
I
taught how to
trained with the
box.
Impact.
Yeah, you're taught how to box and kick for the first time, and then you head on to the weapons. But in here, it's the opposite. You learn the weapons first, and then you learn how to use your hands. It's weird, isn't it? But I guess it's that flow of energy, that impromptu flow. Like there is no particular form like karate would. I mean, we have some forms, but only to give us the fundamentals. But the real techniques are found on freestyle flow control with our with whether we do it with sticks or we do it with hands. And it gets fun. You get creative. Like you can add boxing to it, you can add some taekwondo to it, you could add jujitsu to it. Now, once you start using your fingertips to attack, well, now you have your knife references. Now, I'm not doing this to be a tough guy. Let's just say I love what I do. I love everything about it. Yeah, even if it hurts me, and I understand what I'm getting through, but I only pray that in one of these days, God can use that through me, that I could help others that can't fight for themselves. Because I hate to say it, but there are wimps out there, and it takes a strong man to stand up for wimps. And I understand it's not always about the fighting. I mean, it can be done with talking or simply saying, calm down and let's settle this with tea. I understand that. Not everything can be solved with an iron fist. Sometimes it just takes kindness, compassion, telling people to settle down, break up the fight, and let's talk about this. And if I got money, then yes, I would always step up to buy some tea and biscuits or cake and coffee, however that works.
Yeah, I've got two philosophies in life. One is that I don't often need advice, but when I do, I consult myself. And then the other one is I don't like to fight or be violent, so I call on my friends, Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you can have your Smith and Wesson. Me, I got two friends. Well, I got one friend. Yeah, he has a pet. His name is Glock, and he's got a pet eagle called Deagle.
There you go.
Hmm. Desert Eagles are a rare occasion of pistols. Like before, it was only owned by 2,000 wielders, and now,
Because they're unreliable.
mhm. Now you have like modern ones.
Oh,
Yeah, but you don't get that
are you fixing?
fancy chrome design anymore. I mean, the pistol basically fires like a rifle. It's a hand
Are
cannon.
you gonna? Are you gonna do them in the air fryer? Are you doing them in the air fryer?
Now, if I met Shep, then I would really ask him how I could handle a revolver.
They got a
That's
revolver
one
that
thing I
shoots
do know
45
about.
centimeters.
I know about pistols, rifles, and swords. and bow staffs. That's the
Okay.
limit of my knowledge when it comes to weaponry.
I would love to learn about the bow staff too. It's you can't touch me moves. You can't. It's a you can't touch me weapon.
Yeah.
Do you know
you
there's
can't
a
touch
handgun
me
that shoots
weapon.
for 50 BMG?
You said something earlier that I have to disagree with, though, Boki.
What is that?
What was the sword you mentioned?
Katana.
Yeah, but the specific name of it?
Uchi katana.
The Ichi?
No, he called it Lady Katana. Dun, dun, dun. I'm sorry.
Uchi katana.
Muramasa?
Uchi katana is something like that, right?
Was it the Muramasa?
No, it's Masamune, I think.
Masamine?
Masamune, yeah.
Okay,
Man,
so
I got my Japanese intonation going on. Cool. Okay, go on.
no, the only sword that I can think of that I would want are one of the 3 legendary Japanese swords. Muramasa is one of them.
Muramasa.
Who also lived with the bladesmith Muramachi. The second one would be, and it's a harder name for me to pronounce. I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. Hang on.
Type it down and I'll see if I can pronounce it myself. I've been studying some Japanese. And no, it's not because I'm a Japanese wannabe or a weeaboo or an otaku.
No, it's because Boki, I think you're turning Japanese. I think you're turning Japanese.
Japanese, I really think so.
I really think so. Oh, Boki's turning
You're turning
Japanese. Oh,
Japanese.
Boki's turning
Turning
Japanese.
Japanese. I really think so. Okay, here, Shep, what is it?
Kogi Sunemaru.
Kogi Sunimaru, yeah.
And then there is Kogaru Sumaru.
Oh, Kogaru Sumaru. Kogaru Sumaru. Yeah, there you go.
That one right there is the main one I would want because it's claimed to be the very first samurai sword ever created. Back in 9th century, 8th.
What I want are the swords made from the Edo Empire, from the Edo age. But
yeah, that is the empire. It was added to the Genpei.
You know, guys, all I want is just world peace and loving happiness amongst the children of the world.
It was added to the Imperial collection, though. I know, useless information. I'll shut up.
Love, peace, and love, peace, and mung beans, Dr. Kenny.
Love, peace, mung beans, and
lentil
mangoes.
burgers. Lentil burgers.
Yeah, I love me some burgers too. Man, speaking of burgers, I think I'm gonna go grab one afterwards. But I had 2 kilograms of steak, so yeah, I'm just porking
Yeah, I
out
got
now.
a couple big burgers. I got to get out of my nose too. Hold on, guys.
Have any of you guys tried? You live in the States, Kenny or Shep. Have you guys tried Monterey Milk from Whataburger yet?
Whataburger's not on my side of the country.
Well, if you do,
but I have had it before, and I love Whataburger.
Yeah, I love Whataburger too. In fact, that was
to be
the
honest
first.
with you, I could have had it, but I couldn't tell you because a lot of times I eat and it's just like I don't really pay attention to where I'm going or where I've gone. So it's a matter of who drops me off somewhere.
Like as
I've had
soon
a
as
lot
they
of good
landed on
hamburgers over the last month.
Yeah, like as soon as they landed on Houston, Texas, and my aunt immediately knew from my face that her little nephew, and know how I emphasized the word little, her little nephew was hungry, so she took me to Whataburger. Thank God it was pre-COVID, so it was 24 hours. Yeah, I got the Monterey melts. My goodness, it's oozing with cheese all over the place.
You need to hurry up and get your physical therapy license.
Yeah, I need to go hurry up and get my physical therapy license. Probably reside there, or probably in Australia, because I have more family in Australia.
No. Come here so I can hire you.
Hire me for what? Oh yeah,
Physical
yeah, sure.
therapy. I need physical therapy bad. But
You know, I need a
that's
therapist
what it is.
too. I need a therapist too. So anyway,
Yeah, see, there you go. 2 customers when you come to the States
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, already
Yep.
got 2
So
customers. Cool.
you are a psychiatrist, right?
No, but
I
I
need some
do
therapy.
dabble in psychiatry for my physical therapy practices and my exercises.
I do therapy. I mean, I practically could get licensed for therapy. I mean, I'm
You've
3
been in therapy
3 or
enough.
4 points away from getting my bachelor's in psychology. So I
Oh,
have my
there you go.
associates that qualifies me as a guidance counselor.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah, well, that depends, mates. Cause I mean, I love to treat you guys too, but I have a path that I also. I mean, not a path. I'm sorry. They're just things I'm after, and the thing is, I don't want to be really far from my family. Like I know I have to. I know I
Yeah,
have to
no doubt.
ascend. I have to transcend, but it would be nice knowing that I could be 1 or 2 flights. I could just be 1 or 2 flights away from visiting my mom and dad again. I mean, I love them that much.
Well, we'll just all move to Australia, take it over, and call it the new United States.
Yeah, it's called the United.
We'll take all the plant. Wait, we'll take all the plant life from New Zealand, put it over in Australia, and there you go.
We'll call it We'll call it Gavin Street, or
Down on
or
Gavin
Gavin
Street.
Street, or Hurliman Avenue. Now that's catchy. Hurliman Avenue, cool. That's catchy.
I don't think that would cause any more discord between the New Zealanders and the Australians.
It wouldn't.
would it?
It wouldn't. You had a Filipino and you have 2 Americans taking some plant life to New Zealand, and taking
Nobody's
some
too
also
busy
from New
paying
Zealand.
attention to us.
They wouldn't pay attention. And then you end up
guys.
meeting this Filipino guy living
Hey,
in Australia.
should we troll Smokey to see if he's actually listening? See if we can get
Yeah,
him
we
to
should
come in.
troll him. Yeah.
Let's try the insults to get him in here. Who wants to go
Right.
first?
I'll go. And I'm gonna do it in this cadence of dialect. Smokey, you big rotten. Sorry, let me do that again. Let me try that again.
Take 2.
Smokey, take 2. Okay. Smokey, you worthless degenerate scum. I hope you come out here
No.
and actually.
No.
Hang on.
I need
What
more
is it?
feeling.
All right,
More
fine.
feeling.
Smokey, you better get your butt in this game right now and actually defend your crap, you worthless degenerate. You can't stick up for it because you're a coward and you have no argument. So why don't you come up here, back up your crap, and prove me wrong, you worthless degenerate scum. Was that better?
That is amazing. That was really,
Cut.
really good.
Cool. I got his impression.
I've spent a lot of time with him, and I've got a really good impression of, how just when you spend time with people, you can get their mannerisms, and then you can really duplicate their voice and stuff. Okay, so listen to this. I gotta get in the right physical position. All right, listen. How's that? He snores pretty hard. Pretty good impression, huh? Especially for those of you on Discord, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Try it again.
Trash.
Yeah.
I forgot Trash Clown.
Okay, rewind, start it over.
You're right, Basement. I forgot Trash Clown. Yeah, I'm gonna wake Smokey up. I'm gonna wake him up.
Dumblet. Yeah, Dumblet. Throw that stuff in there. Try it again.
Smokey, you worthless, degenerate, dumblet, Trash Clown. You better come up this stream right now and back up your crap. You bankrupt, immoral, gutter-brained, unsophisticated, complete middle trash clown. So why don't you come over here and back up your crap, or forever hold your peace, you worthless trash clown degenerate. Is that better?
Beautiful, beautiful. That is
Very
so good.
good. Very
That
good.
is so
Very good.
good. That is so good. I'm going to excuse myself and make a phone call.
Oh shit!
Wake this let up. I'll be right back.
I can't. I don't have the metal and instruments to freaking debate Smokey. I just wanted him to come here, but no. I summoned the beast now. I summoned
Wait a minute.
Inenra.
He went from Cerberus to what? What? I can't, the word escaped me. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Smokey's gonna
I
kill
can't
me.
even think in the terms of this freaking age.
My gosh, Smokey's gonna kill me. Dr. Kenny's actually giving him a phone call. I am dead. I am well equipped to fight physically, but not verbally.
No, you'll be fine.
That's what's killing me the most. Why is everybody letting atheists' opinions bother them?
Right.
Well,
I mean, I
some,
get
some,
the
some
subject. I get the subject. But when they bring up God and sin and all that, their opinion doesn't mean anything. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in sin.
Mhm. I mean, there will be some atheists out there who will take something, they will make it sound true. But when you get to the bottom of it and you find it out, you'll know they're just talking out of their butts. But that's solely up to you whether or not you're gonna make a video about it. Me on the other hand, if I wanted to know if the atheist was wrong or the charismatic atheist was wrong, I would just research it, and I'm like, oh, the guy's wrong. Well, might as well just forget about what he said.
It's
Someone
really
should get in here and defend
so
himself.
weird.
That'll get him in here.
It's so weird for me because I really did go from this hateful person to now it's like I have this conscience that tells me when I do something wrong. And I'm telling you, everybody says, "Oh, everybody has a conscience." I didn't. I did not care what I did and who I did it to, as long as I got what I needed or wanted.
sure.
And now I
All right, he's
do.
back.
And I've got so much of a conscience now. It's like sometimes I can't even bring myself to joke around about Christian things.
Yep. But that's not a bad thing, Shep.
I know. I know it's not.
KyLo's back. So, Dr. Kenny, how'd
Yes,
the phone
sir.
call go?
I just went to voicemail.
What did you say?
Oh, I didn't leave a voicemail. I just usually
pull a Dave. Let's pull a Dave.
Yeah, I told him he's a trash clown. No, I didn't leave a message. I actually, I was up late last night talking to Tammy, and then I fell asleep, and I tried to get up at about 7, hit the snooze, fell asleep, but next thing I know it's 9, hit the snooze, fell asleep. Next thing I know it's 12, hit the snooze. Next thing I know it's 3 p.m. So driving really wore us out.
How dare I blaspheme the great owl?
Oh, he's not that great.
Ooh, I didn't say that. You heard
He's
it
not
here,
that
folks. You heard it here, folks. My favorite Christian apologist has told me that Smokey ain't that great.
I'm Colonel
Yeah,
Clint.
and what I mean by that is that how people said, oh, Paul, he's a tough guy when he's far away, but so it's kind of like Smokey's looks like a tough guy from far away, but he's just a big old softy.
Nah, I don't know about that, man. I mean,
I
you've
think
been
he's
letting
gay.
him off.
I think he's gay.
Well, Kenny, I also have a confession to make. Well, Smokey's my favorite elder, and you're my favorite Christian apologist. You can't say anything about John Chrysostom and what's that other guy, the Syriac guy? Yeah.
Oh, well, depends. John of Damascus.
John Chrysostom and
Yeah, John
the other guy
Chrysostom, and then
and the guy from Syriac. What's his name? And you
I
had another one, Saint Eliacus. Yeah, you can't say anything about them. They're my favorite church
okay.
fathers. Yeah, you can't say anything about them. That was my confession.
Oh, that's fine. The first one I do know a lot about. The second one I've never heard of.
I wonder if my Bible app Theophilus offers some commentary, because Theophilus had a good hold of really interesting historical records. Well, anyway, I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm gonna make coffee for my parents. It was nice talking to you guys. God bless you all.
God bless you,
Yeah.
Boki. It was good talking to you.
You too.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think they did. I think Theophilus had a little bit of everything.
Sorry, guys. I heard a weird noise and trying to figure out what it was.
Did you get that link, Dr. Kenny?
Yeah, I saw it come through, but if I switch over to it, I'll have to get out of the stream and stuff. So yeah.
We'll see you as soon as you get in there. So, and I've got it set up. I'm going to set you up as our pastor.
Okay.
That's a good idea, Ship. Good idea.
Scholar and admin. So you will have access to everything that I have access to on the Discord.
Cool. Just as long as I have the power to kick Smokey out.
You do? But he has the power to kick you out too. So.
Well, I know it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, it's been a 3-hour stream. I guess we'll cut it off here. So, any final statements? Any last words? I kind of like that
Jesus
at the end of the show.
is Lord, and he died, he rose again, and he is coming back. God bless you all.
God bless you, brother. Talk to you later.
God bless you.
God bless all.
Love you, Gavin. Jason, don't know you, but I
Love you, Ship. God bless Jason. God bless Dr. Kenny.
Thank you, brother. Have a good evening.
You too.
Yeah, good night, everybody, and speak to you later. See ya.
All right, folks, that's a wrap. I do see you back there, PMARS, but I'm afraid you're gonna moon. We're doing closing statements. No, just have a few moments left. So
Oh, I just had a quick question. So I asked Smokey this already. I don't know if you have the same opinion, but do you think we're supposed to forgive everyone or only those who repent?
well, I would make a distinction between, you forgiving, I would say, is on our part, because you can let someone, take up residence in your mind and obsess over them, and they may not even know that you're mad at them the way you are. So there's that personal aspect of forgiveness that's good for you. Now, when it
Right.
comes to forgiving in the sense of an offense, the forgiveness is on your side, but you're not obligated in any way to talk to that person ever again. You can keep it at arm's length. You're not required to do the same things or trust them again. So that's the way I would answer that.
Yeah, I guess I feel the same way. Like forgiveness is more for the person forgiving than the person being forgiven. So you can like let
Right,
go.
exactly. Yeah.
You can let go of that like self-destructive anger and stuff and all that. So okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. All right. Well, you have a good
All right, have a good
evening. I'm
night.
gonna just leave the stream here. I was gonna end it all together, but anyway, you all have a great evening.